slowing down time, changing all the laws. Try to catch it with my hands so that I can take it home. Hoping I can keep it when I'm dead, will you go? Try to catch it with my, catch it with my, try to catch it with my. So I kiss you with my hand, try to hard to make it stay. In the end it melts away. Try to catch it with my, so I catch it with my hand, try to hard to make it stay. It melts away. Try to catch it with my, catch it with my, try to catch it with my, catch it with my, catch it with my. Sometimes fast and sometimes slow, they'll fall into the crowd, dance around in circles, and I catch them with my mouth. It softens all the noises, it softens all the things. Everything is wild. So I kiss you with my hand, try to hard to make it stay. In the end it melts away. Try to catch it with my, so I catch it with my hand, try to hard to make it stay. In the end, it's away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button as soon as you come in. I'm gonna do my setup here. Just restarted my computer, so you know how it is. Thanks for joining me. We're gonna do another late night fest of, I don't know, Peetz is making pork chops. I'm not sure if he's still. Oh, he actually finished. Let's see how long it was. 2.5 hours. Okay. So we got 2.5 hours. We'll probably make it 3 hours to go. So that's all right. We're used to this late at night stuff. Peace has been doing good. A lot of people are enjoying his content. A lot of people are even saying they're enjoying his content more than Foodie Beauty stuff. A lot has happened, I guess, in the last 24 hours. Seems Foodie Beauty has been reported, and some people are liking it. Some people are not. Some people think it's going too far. Other people like, hey, she deserves it. So we'll see what happens. Like I always say, because I always say that. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Now on S. All right. So let me do my setup. It's done for the most part. Telling everybody I'm live right now. So if they want to join, they can. No biggie. Then I gotta share the Peetz stream. So let me do that. And then, yeah, then we're gonna get started for sure. So hopefully everybody is doing good. This is the last day of November. A lot of people, we're gonna be in like full Christmas swing come tomorrow because it's the first, and a lot of things will be happening. I mean, a lot of things are already happening right now. Can't believe it's already December 2022. It felt like it was December 2021 just a moment ago. Hey Jack T, thanks for being here. Hey Megan, what's up? Oh, huh. Oh, they said I was bad because I reached out to Nutter. Well, people don't know what they're talking about. All right, so we gotta let me say hello. Hey Ami Ami, what's up? Amy Judy, what's going on? Belizian Mimi, what's up? What's up? Jack T, Silent Lurking Kitty, Sunny Bizzle, what's going on? Lindsay, what's going on? Hot chocolate kind of night, indeed. All right, R. Brownstein, MJ, what's up? Edna Online, how you doing? Wouldn't it be funny if she came back and he wouldn't let her in? I guess so. All right, well, welcome everybody. If you're just joining me, smash that like button. Lindsay says that color looks great on me. Well, thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it. Thank you, R. Brownstein. I appreciate it. Well, people just don't know what's going on. Like, all that stuff happened in September, right? Hey, Freya. And when stuff happens, there's the element where, give me a second here. I think something's on my cap. So I was saying, when things happen online, there's like just regular YouTube stuff, and then there's just legal stuff. And when things become legal, when you have a lawyer involved in something, and that lawyer says, "Hey, this person has fraudulently sent you something, and I need to do an investigation, and I need to open up a complaint, as in a case about this specific situation." It's no longer YouTube stuff; it's now legal stuff. So when there is legal stuff, it's not on YouTube anymore. This isn't about making YouTube videos. This is somebody fraudulently doing something against a lawyer. And when somebody does that, there's consequences, and I have to comply in certain ways because they're saying that what one person has done is against the law. So I can't really get further into the situation, but I'm going to tell you things are being worked on behind the scenes, because one thing you don't do is submit on a legal form that a lawyer is your lawyer when you know that lawyer is not your lawyer. Because as that lawyer described when I made those videos in September with their voice and with what the correspondence they've sent, it's not them, and what that person has done is illegal. So, hey, let's continue. I'm going to share my screen. Let me share right now, and we're going to get started. Well, thank you once again, Megan, about the hat. Appreciate it. Sup, Marie? Sup, Walter's mom? Natty just needs content. It seems he does. And to think people would actually believe that I'm buddy with him. Why would I ever be buddy with somebody? Come on, man. Use your logic. Use your brain. Think about that logically. You cannot believe everything and anything that guy says, because all he does is lie. Come on. Stop taking my spirit back. How you doing?
Hey, Kurt. Hey, Gomez. Hey, Bao. Hey, Stephanie. Pat. Alexandra. Kowali. Hi, Thanksa. Enchanted Roses. Lori. Fernanda. Ariel.
For sure,
Sarah,
Megan.
Brooke. Sunshine Granny. Kelly. Jordan. Casey Girl. Obvious A-hole.
Thank you, Sunny Bizzle.
Jen. Leo Queen. Lovely.
Thank you, Blizzy and Mimi. Appreciate it. Welcome, Red Sequins.
Hi, Jay. Wait, Sammy Sosa, JB, O Faith, Gemini, Turkey Leg, Rebecca. Just had pork chops too. Cool. Yeah, I don't have green beans.
I should have that cap. You should get this cap, Megan. Hey, Mrs. J, what's up?
I'll have to have potatoes on the side. Your chops are cooking. Gonna have to have potatoes on the side. Just need to decide how I want to prepare the potatoes. Yep, I feel the appreciation. Rebecca. Cream of mushroom soup? Nah.
I wonder how his pork chops went, because honestly, I didn't watch any of his stream. I was just busy doing other things. Hey, pork chops are easy to do. You can't really mess up pork chops, because even if you you either put them in just right and they turn out okay. If they're a little bit rare, it's okay. If they're a little bit crispy, for the most part, it can still be okay, as long as they're not super dry. Is yours wet?
Pretty good cook. I mean, I'm learning how to cook. Sarah Margaret, holy shit.
Hey,
you're doing awesome. Thank you very much, Sarah Margaret. Hearts in the chat for Sarah Margaret for $20.
Sub tea with Topanga. What's going on?
Deep fryer to make fries. I was considering maybe like chopping up an onion into slices, or not onion, but like chopping a potato into slices and throwing the slices in the deep fryer. I was considering maybe that. Oh. Hey, Nasa Jen. Hey, Jessica. Hey, gamer girl.
Positive vibes to you, Mrs. J. Hopefully that anxiety goes away. Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Your boyfriend with cooking can even make spaghetti with meat. If I can do it, literally anybody can. Don't deep fry raw onion. I don't know. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Slow start.
Something that I was considering was maybe just like a, chopping up a potato into fairly thin slices and throwing it in the deep fryer.
Hearts in the chat.
Go for that air fryer.
Yeah, pork chops are easy to do. Anybody can do it. How did he grow back his beard so fast? Hasn't been that long.
Yeah, so like it wouldn't quite be fries.
Sup, Shara? How you doing? Welcome.
That's out of the way. So yeah, it wouldn't really be fries. It would be, like I said, it would be potato slices. That was sort of something I was thinking.
Hey there, Fatal.
Would be fries? No. Fries are something specific.
We heard from Lisa B. We have heard from Lisa B. I believe Lisa B was with us last night.
Potats.
But positive vibes goes out to Lisa B as well.
What to do with it? Hey, Lake Girl. Hey, Zombie Queen. Hey, Hungry Baby. Long-term plans now? Nothing. No long-term plans. Hey, Sierra. Hey, Naked and Laughing. Panko, breadcrumbs for the, hey, Gail. Hey, Cat Voice. Hey, Forna.
Maybe Peetz needs to get an air fryer.
Hey, baby.
He does. Maybe you should search the boxes. Maybe there's an air fryer still in a box. Walter's mom, welcome to the chat. Who's excited for Fugitive Bees? Oh boy. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, because some people are telling me it's very serious. And if TN Sass has the right connections, then things can get really dicey. But or they maybe won't do anything. Who knows? I wonder how rigid are they with what Foodie has done, even if she's like removed that part of the video. Are they that rigid? No video from Foodie Beauty today. Wonder what's up with that. Well, she reposted her Kuwait Towers video, so people have watched it again. So then she gets the views, ergo the monies from that. But it's all good. There's lots of stuff to do. I'm still keeping busy.
There's
If
gonna
you've
be a
noticed,
spaghetti video. Ooh, nice.
I made some New Zealand lamb on my Monty Does Stuff channel. What I think I'll do, since there's a lot of people live streaming, is whenever I can live stream on Monty Does Stuff, I will. But for the most part, I'll just probably just do a video. And then, of course, I'm keeping up with 90 Day Fiance and whatnot. He has an air fryer, the Kasuri.
The other option is mashed potatoes. Hey, turkey leg. Hey, Danish. Hey, key lime. Pork chops look good. Yep. The panko for the pork chops. Hey, informant.
Sorbacay says, I hope Mama gives him access to her accounts before she gets locked up.
Twice baked.
He should thumb it to Natter and borrow
I'm gonna do mash if you use butter and milk.
her
I don't
crap
have
back.
milk, so it'd be just butter. But I don't actually like. I don't like them particularly creamy. So
It seems a lot of people are actually 50-50 on either side. Some people are like, cool, what T and Sass did was good. Other people are like, no, it wasn't cool. Because even in this chat, a lot of people are on one side. Some people are like, nope, what she did was not cool, while other people are like, no, that was cool. What she did was good. You know what? I'm just gonna remain neutral to the situation and say this, as I always say. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna be here to commentate and react. So whatever happens from this happens. You want to see the fur daughters?
this butter works. Yeah.
I will be doing live streams with the cats probably when I'm in bed, because what's happening is that lately they've both been wanting to cuddle up to me and purring, especially Martha. Martha will purr up to like an hour straight. So that's what we're going to do.
How are the kids?
We're going to do kitty cat live
Here's
streams.
one now. Sam, don't run, Sam. Don't run, Sam. Yes, I need to vacuum again.
What do you mean again? You didn't vacuum the
Chantal
first
vacuumed
time.
right before she left.
Uh-huh. And that stain right there can't be vacuumed away, Peetz. You need like one of those consumer vacuum cleaner. Not the vacuum cleaners, consumer carpet cleaners. You know those ones you can buy for like $200 that can clean your carpet, but it isn't like industrial kind, you know? Of course it doesn't vacuum.
A little of the potato water to mash them. Oh. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is.
Is that how it works, Black Velvet?
Jeez.
So the whole idea is it's considered work if she's just there on a visitor's visa, but she's working by streaming. So that's the idea of the complaint by TN Sass. She's working there without having a work visa, and she's streaming because that's how she makes her income.
I doing? Yeah, I'm okay.
We should do a
Yes.
live stream about that. You know what? I really would love people's opinions on that whole idea of her being there and streaming and whatnot.
Surviving. Micro the potato for.
Can I say something else? So okay. You know how some streamers, they go from country to country to country and they stream? Do they pay into whichever country they're streaming from? Because you know how you have like, I think there's, what streamers isn't there like a streamer called Baldur? And then there's tons of streamers that I've been watching lately where they go Europe, South America and whatnot. But do they, whichever country they're in, do they have a work visa for each country? Do they? I don't think they do. So do you really actually need a work visa if you're streaming from that specific country? I'm not really sure. Yeah, there's tons of vloggers that travel around the world. So are they paying into the taxes of each country they stream in? Think about that for a second. I'm gonna have to look into this though.
Here he's. How am I doing? I'm okay. I'm surviving. Micro the potato for 2 or 3 minutes. Flip. Then 3 minutes. They're baked. Yeah. Yeah, it's the potatoes I got are not very good for that, honestly. Wants chicken stew. He's had chicken stew.
Very good
Yeah, the
question,
potatoes I
Amy.
got, they are mostly very small potatoes, most of them. So they're not actually great for just like throwing in the microwave.
Mary Higgs says, "Yep, you need permits. Maybe some bigger YouTubers get permits, because I do know some. There's a lot of YouTubers that will take the time because it's their profession, it's their job. This is what they do to earn a living, so they will get permits. But do I think all of them do? Of course not. I don't think all of them get the permits. Some people just show up and just start streaming.
Yeah. This is not a potato that you throw in the microwave. I did. Yeah, last night I did that, and yeah, it just didn't turn out all that great. I suppose there are. I suppose this one's a little bit bigger.
Mousto says her issue is Kuwait is tiny, has rules, and she is with a Syrian. Yeah, I think that's the a big issue in a tiny country.
Casey, who cares? I'm actually not sure where she is.
Okay, sure, Edna. I would love your insight on this because you are indeed a professional tax person, so we'd love your input. You know what? You know what we're going to do? Let's do this tomorrow, anywhere between oh crap, I got to like do something for my dad. Let's do this tomorrow. How does like 11:30 sound, Edna?
In the microwave, just not as long as you wait for bigger ones, yeah.
Or you know what? You tell me a time, Edna, and we'll just do it right then and there.
Pound out the pork, season and flour it, dip in egg, then panko, and fry in oil and butter.
Mousto says she is living there, not just there a few days.
Really struggle with potatoes since you're up. Remember when cousin Dave got 6 potatoes stuck in his mouth and was in hospital for a month? No. I don't have a cousin Dave.
Seal says one YouTuber saw documented a difficult process and special permissions needed to film in Egypt. It was complicated. I bet it is. It can be.
Cut them in pieces, salt, butter, and oil in oven. The pork chops I'll be tossing in the oven. Cut up and boil in big chunks for 14 minutes, then strain and toss with butter, salt, and pepper. Evil Dead, nah, I'm not into horror, so Evil Dead, not for me.
How does he not have a cousin?
Chef? No.
I don't know. Does Peetz's mom, is she like an only child? I have no idea. Does anybody know?
Put them with pork chops. You gotta love me. Cutting wedges and doing the oven.
Yeah, for sure, Black
Oil.
Velvet.
Dice potatoes and put them in the oven. Actually, cutting them. Pork chops take like 15-20 minutes in the oven. Like I was just looking at a recipe before I came on. Pork chops, they're like 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Potato, I feel like would take a lot longer than that in the oven.
For sure, Ziggy.
Peanut butter on pork chops.
Okay, thank you, Edna. Appreciate it.
Evening, Gilly. Mashed potatoes better, your opinion? Dice them up well, shouldn't take too long, I think. Pan frying at least one pork chop. Season and fry on each side for 3 minutes, then finish in the oven for 8 minutes at 300. Just put in microwave.
T with Topanga says 15 minutes for pork. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but you know what? I didn't want to say anything. I would say more like half an hour.
Start singing along, everybody. Hey, plain cheeseburger. Everybody sing along. Hey, Alicia. Understand snails? I think they're pretty good. I think they're okay.
He's playing a guitar.
Beth.
Well, I didn't. You didn't. Originally, I heard this idea that he's doing that because his nails are too long, and I think that is true. Whose nails were so long that they were curling into their pad? It wasn't BBJ. I think it was Sam. So then, like, what's going on? Why isn't Peetz attending to the cats? I mean, come on, it's been a month. I know it's not his cats. Then Foodie Beauty should have attended to her cats before she left.
Hey,
Like,
Shirley.
this is frustrating, actually. It was BBJ. Well, yeah, I think he's strumming like that because he's trying to file down his nails.
He is a floofer. Lasagna? Never.
But that's just me. We wouldn't.
Why do I always mention Sam is playing square dancing music when he does this?
Ziggy says we couldn't convince Peetz to keep the pork chops in the oven longer. Really? So he had.
No, it's Hotel California. He's playing Hotel California, at least according to Chantel.
They do have a scratcher. I believe it is like a cat tree with a scratcher built in the living room, but I'm not sure how well it is or what shape it's in.
Or is that? It is Hotel California, right? Can you say the name of a rice from yesterday? Nope. What am I having with them? A potato. I just haven't decided what to do with the potato.
Exactly. It's
Only
been.
vegetable on the.
Lindsay says she was supposed to go back with BBJ 6 weeks after and has been over a year. T with Topanga says, you guys are reaching. I am a vet tech. That is normal. Okay. Is it normal? Okay. Could you explain why what Sam is doing is normal?
Hey, bitchy titties. Back rooms.
Still love it that he just says that name without, so indifferently saying that name. It's funny.
Hey, Sarah. Sarah Thompson. What veggies do I like? I mean, I like celery. I like cucumber. I like carrot. Take you on your walk now. No, I don't like walking with the camera or anything. American style overloaded baked potatoes? No. Because I don't like sour cream and don't like chives. Broccoli? No.
T with Topanga says it's called making muffins. They do it because they do it as a kitten to nurse. Okay.
So honestly, like for me, a baked potato, it's just like butter. Just butter on it. All I put on it is butter. Doing with the pork chops. Just gonna throw them in the oven. Slice potatoes thin and fry in oil with onion. Try it with ketchup. Yeah, you missed the quiz yesterday. Butter and salt, salted bell toppings, yeah.
Okay. Oh, your cat still does a silent lurking? Okay, good to know.
cut them in quarters and boil them.
Best YouTube music playlist says we call it making
And
biscuits.
you dip it, mix now.
Is that an actual thing?
So 14 minutes boiling. So like dice up potatoes and nuke them. So they're covered with a bit of water to like steam and mash. Worry about my nutrient levels. Probably should. Hey, Gorilla.
A little potato with his butter, right?
Sam
Please,
update? Sure.
please, not much butter this
Here's
time.
the Sam update. Ooh, big stretchy. Ooh, big stretchy, Sam. Oh,
And of course, the boxes aren't taken out.
stretch that leggy.
This is a complete sickness that a house with two grown adults have boxes, and some of those boxes have been in the house for what would be considered over 2 years, like literally. Boxes
Stretch that leggy.
in the house. Amy Judy says, my cat makes biscuits, but it looks like as if Sam is sharpening, not needed, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah, now there's another bigger box mountain over there, actually, though.
We've been you, Peetz. There's multiple box mountains. There's 3, in fact. If you didn't know.
So boil the potato for 14 minutes.
One in her room.
Screw it, I'm just going to use this knife. Just going to clean this. Yeah. No, I suppose I should get a clean knife. I have some.
Facts, the roach eggs in the glue on the boxes is horrifying. I wonder if he's found any and if he actually recognizes that's what those are.
I still got some clean knives, so.
Would be interesting.
Triggers! Potatoes! Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Thank you very much, Triggers. Box man 2.0. Yeah, it's big boxes. Like it's
Right, Ziggy? That's what I'm thinking. They should be in an episode of Hoarders. They could. All these amazing US shows you guys have. And we're in Canada. Oh, he has the same knife. Pete, somebody...
Right, so the person is just like quartering and boiling them. This is a good size, or would I want them even smaller sizes? Like this good size chunk, or do I want smaller chunks? Gun happy again? Knife sharpener? Don't think so.
He does need a new set of knives. He can get, a good set for a good price. Like, I got knives for $50. Hey, Faith Lane. There's intervention.
You wash them?
He definitely needs an intervention. So does Foodie Beauty.
Probably don't need to peel. Yeah, I washed them. I suppose I'll wash them a little bit more, I suppose. I did give them a pretty half-assed wash. There. Thoroughly washed. All right. So those take about 14 minutes. Said.
Were you going to send him like a brand new off Amazon or something set?
Sure, Casey. I'm actually not sure where Casey is.
Hey, Ron.
Give me a second. I'll see if I can find the ugly one.
It's just a thing, Ron. That's why we're doing it.
Just seeing if I can find the ugly one. I guess she must be up in my room. Usually eat the skin, but for Thanksgiving peeled. Yeah.
He does not
Where
want to
did
give
she disappear to?
the Addy for gifts, but it is a known Addy. It is a known Addy. But he doesn't even have to give the address for gifts if he wasn't so set on like not being on Amazon, he could just open a gift registry. That's all he has to do.
Weird. Where did she disappear to?
Or get a PO box. Exactly.
No. No.
Aw, how cute.
Shake
Right.
treat bag. No, she's had treats.
Yeah, he won't get a PO box. Plus, they're pretty expensive.
All right, bye, ugly. I'm leaving you forever. Put the water. I haven't even put the water on yet. So somebody said 14 minutes for the potatoes to boil, and it takes about 15 minutes for the pork chops to cook in the oven.
She looks sad.
All right.
She does. I feel so
So-
bad for BBJ.
I still don't have any plastic bags.
Hey Key, how you doing? Welcome.
So what I'm thinking is maybe Brock O'Boglum, self-actualization. You are free now. So what I'm thinking is mix the stuff in here. Use one of these,
Ramieri.
just like the. Put potatoes on while I'm trying. I mean, if I do that, Forna, they'll be ready well before I'm ready. All right.
I'll agree with this lady, DMA. I do think that he's taking better care of the cats than Chantal has.
Damn. Should I put in some oil? I think the recipe I looked at on suggested oil. Do you think I should use put some oil in here?
I don't think at this moment, Edna, we have any more text
Some of this
questions.
avocado oil. And Frank, I've got five pork chops. So yes, a little bit of oil. I got 5 pork chops. I've got too many to fry, so I'll be putting them in the oven. Garlic. I got garlic powder.
What's his beef with the other cat? We're not. We don't know for sure, but I think it's because the BBJ is named after BB because BBJ stands for BB Junior, and that is the guy who Chantal left Peetz for, even though he wanted to have an open relationship. So when she was gonna leave him for BB many years ago, he suggested an open relationship. She still left. And people are just saying he just doesn't like Casey, aka Jewel, aka BBJ, because of the name. And that is why, yeah, he calls BBJ Casey.
A little bit of oil. Well, the oil is not even on.
Peaches love adding oil to things. Just add oil to everything. Avocado oil for the win.
Yeah, let's put the seasonings on first.
You know, the fodder burns everything. He does.
All right. Dip in eggs before breadcrumbs. Yeah, screw the eggs. All right. So a little bit of onion powder.
He still loves
A
her.
little bit of garlic powder.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he might say certain words that are very offensive, but well, actually, you can kind of say, I mean, sometimes I really don't like how he holds her face. I don't think it's cute when he grabs her face a certain way. So I really don't like that. But I have so many mixed feelings on Peetz and the treatment of BBJ. So many right now. Smash that like button, everybody.
Oh, I'm just like mixing it in a bowl, basically. Like I'm just mixing all the powders in a bowl.
All right. He's a mixing.
Maybe a little bit of Italian seasoning. Why not? Why did I leave my last job? Because I was in no mental condition to stay at it. And the breadcrumbs.
You were talking about him loving Chantal. Let me check it out. Chantal is horrible, poor Peetz. He still loves her, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, he does love her. That's why he's still around. Ziggy says he's getting better at seasoning his food. He is. Yeah, the envelopes is different for spices.
This stuff is going in the oven. Take it. Nah, Casey will come down when it's ready.
They have a codependency.
Oh, she's fine, Spoonie. She's fine. Like she's sleeping.
They do have a codependency thing going on. They do. 100%. They are extremely dependent on each other. Maybe it's a folie à deux. Sobriquet says only someone who has all their bills paid has the luxury of just saying, I'm mentally over this whole work thing. Yeah. For how much longer, though?
She was sleeping. She wasn't sad. She was tired. One down. I don't eat pork because piggies are so smart.
All right, go, Peetz, go.
Like, I'm not, like, the main reason I'm not bringing her down, genuinely, is because she was sleeping. She was sleeping on the bed.
I guess he's making breaded pork chops.
I call her ugly, but she is ugly.
True, you love Lucy. A lot of people are overworking, but you still got to do it. Such is life. Such is many things. Ziggy says it's really toxic. Of course, both of them are unhealthy emotionally. Exactly.
Need to add more stuff. I'm gonna bake them, Santa. I'm gonna throw them in the oven.
Mary says, I think while unhealthy, he is tied to her by the soul. He is bound to her as if he were under witchcraft. Really?
Oh, that's a good point. I did forget to put salt on there. I'll just put a little bit of...
You're not talking about soul ties, are you, Mary? Because isn't that something different? Actually, you know what? The term soul tie is actually garnered a lot of steam on TikTok and among the Gen Z population.
A little bit of salt.
Hey, Andre. Mousto says both of their moms failed these two oddballs. Yeah, but I think Foodie Beauty's mom really did try. I think Foodie Beauty had lots of failures along the way, especially when she used to do certain things to her smaller sister and then had to be removed from the home. Then she was in that home at the corner of, I forgot what intersection in Cornwall, but I'm sure you could easily find it.
More Italian seasoning. Because
You've only heard of Twin Flames? Yeah,
And-
there's Twin Flames, there's Two Spirited, there's Soul Ties, there's lots of
this
stuff. What did she do to her sister? A lot of nasty things. I forgot. Did she put her in a washer or was it a dryer? And certain other things she was doing. It's just really bad things that you would not want to do to your own family member.
Yeah, I probably should, but
It was the dryer. Okay. Yeah, basically, Steffi B, I think if there was prolonged interactions, I think that her sister might have been unalive, to be honest with you. Because there's just certain things you just don't do to your sister.
potatoes are my stir side, yes. Potatoes are my only side.
Ziggy said, I think her mom passed her around to different relatives, so she never formed healthy attachments. Yeah, you would think she would form a healthy attachment to her grandmother that practically raised her, because when her mom had to work, where did she go? To her grandma's. Because if you don't really know the story, her mom liked her dad because in high school, her dad used to love to fight, and her mom loved a guy that was able to fight, and her dad was a fighter. So she was like, hey, she got pregnant. Single mom, single, pregnant, teenage mom, giving birth to, a daughter. When you're a teenager, you gotta work. It's gonna be tough for you. She gave her daughter to her mom, which is, Chantel's grandmother, to raise. Well, yeah, she provided for her, but I think something didn't happen along the way. Yeah, and then there's no attachment to her dad, even though her dad lives in Windsor. Remember when she went to Windsor in February? That didn't happen. Yeah, and she was jealous of her sister that her sister had a dad. I think that was the main thing that really pissed her off. Well, a lot of people just say that. And she wasn't really upset when her grandma died, right? That was also puzzling. I'm like, you would think your grandma
2 more of these bastards to go.
raised you, so what's up with that?
They're in your brain. Nah, I've got... What's that, what's the, those brain worms that cats give you?
The
Like
what?
Dogs.
Fax Nightmare.
Don't cover them, they get dry popcorn parts. No, it's this weird shit that, this weird brain disease that you get from cat. Toxic plasmosis. I'm pretty sure I got toxoplasmosis.
It's toxoplasmosis. And if you had that, Peetz, I think, how the hell does Peetz have that?
And last one.
Really, Peetz?
Hey, Sofa King. Yeah, living with cats all my life, I'm pretty sure I've got toxoplasmosis. Most people have had it. Yeah. It just makes you, it just fucks up your brain. It just makes you crazy. That's all it does. It's not lethal. It just makes you crazy.
He says that it's not lethal, but if you actually go on the CDC website, it says toxoplasmosis is considered to be a leading cause of death attributed to foodborne illness in the United States. More than 40 million men, women, and children in the US carry the toxoplasma parasite, but very few have symptoms because the immune system usually keeps the parasite from causing illness. But it can actually cause death. So what he's saying is actually not true. It is lethal. It just depends on various factors. It is deadly. All right, so if you want to know what toxoplasmosis is, it's an infection caused by a parasite known as Toxoplasma gondii, so the T. gondii. So it's very serious for people who are severely weakened immune systems, because then if your immune system is weak, you won't be able to fight off the infection. But it's also really bad for pregnant women, because who was it? Which one of the 1,000-pound sisters has it and was going blind because her mom was cleaning up the cat poo? This is why they tell pregnant women and people with compromised immune systems, do not clean cat poo, because you do not want to be get infected with the T. gondii parasite, because then it'll cause you a lot of problems. I think it was Amy Slayton has it, and the last time I heard a few months ago, she was going to go blind, or is going blind, or has gone blind because of it. Laura
Yep.
says she did. Oh, Ziggy says I actually had to give up my cats when I was pregnant. I'm so sorry to hear, Ziggy, but
And since I was just handling pork, I'll show the pork in just a minute. Just let me wash my hands with soap. Since I was handling pork, I want to wash my hands with soap.
I'm glad he's actually washing his hands with soap. Don't forget to bring your signature hats back. Will do, Shara. They both used to have that forehead a while back. They did, Potato. As in the Slayton sisters. I know what you mean. Exactly, Machines. I am glad he's washing his hands. Maybe somebody complained. Maybe a few people complained.
All right, hands are washed. There we go.
No worries, T with Topanga. It's all good.
I said because I was like most of the time, most cooking, I just rinse my hands. Because I was handling pork, I wanted to use soap. Anyway, here's the pork chops.
Cool. I mean, not bad with the seasoning. All you had to do was shake, shake, shake.
Hey, SYL.
He could put soap
Hey,
in the
50
kitchen,
Shades.
or he could just use the dish soap. There really isn't a major difference between dish soap and regular soap for the most part. So you could have used that.
Hey, SYL. Hey, 50 Shades. All right. Oops. Okay. Get all this stuff put back up here. Sorry, just putting stuff back in the cupboard. All right.
Dish soap
Let me
kills
see
your
if I can
skin.
remember. So it's about 450 for 15 minutes. Am I right?
450.
First things first, though.
Holy crap! Why doesn't he look this up?
This is plenty big for the potatoes.
Every dish soap is easier on the skin. Yep. Yeah, isn't 450 too high?
Yeah, I salted the potato water. Hey, Harley. Hey, MG.
You should try 500.
Glad I'm able to make you feel a little bit better. Add more salt. I added enough salt, I'm sure.
Usually he oversalts things as well as overbutters things.
Like, oh, great day. I wanted to do. I picked up chicken.
Poor
I
Peetz.
honestly forgot to get bacon. Anyway, give me a second. I want to double check. Hey, Mad Pooper. I want to double check the timing for the. All right. So, 450 for the oven.
He needs to be 350 to 375. Did he really do 450 for 15 minutes? Who told him that? Okay, let's see how it comes out.
Since I'm waiting for water to boil, put the lid on top.
Google
Get it boiling a
says
bit faster. So yeah, 450 for the pork chops.
QZ says Google says 450 for 25 minutes. Okay.
For about 15 to 20 minutes, apparently. 450 is way too low. I mean, they are reasonably thick.
Still got
Rebecca.
it.
But no, that's honestly, that's what the food channel says. Sam, 370. I mean, I can put it lower. $375 for 20. Oh. Food channel says 475, 450.
Their oven is
75 for 30
pristine.
minutes.
No, it's not. It's filthy in there.
Hi, Sam. Lower for longer because that's true. They are thick. Because they're thick. Yeah, it would. Yeah. Sam. Sauerkraut and applesauce. No, don't like either of those. 420 for 69 minutes. Sam.
For sure, Mary.
Pork is cooked well. I know.
We'll see what happens.
Underground, yep.
Let me see. Do I need to go forward?
375 for 15 minutes and flip and cook for 15 more.
I think we're good.
All right. I will follow your advice, Susan. I don't want to pan fry them. I don't want to pan fry any of them. Flip them, everyone. I mean, yeah, you flip them once, Ziggy. Oh, hi, Fluffy Giraffe.
That meat is going to be dry. Yeah, he's still gonna eat it
I
though.
don't like filming in public.
We're going for edible. Soon we'll go for tasty after a while. But now it's just gonna be edible.
Yeah, it's like
Hey
I'm okay
Hankster.
filming Chantel in public, but I don't want to film myself in public. What am I making with the pork chops? Just just boiling some potatoes. So I finished watching Bee and Puppy Cat last night. Were they nasty? No, they weren't nasty. They were, they were shake and bake.
Yikes.
It's like it's one of those things where it's like
Baby
shake and
steps.
bake is never like the best thing.
Exactly.
Like that.
Take care. Taking my spirit back. It's all good. You're gonna take off. Not pizza's not for everybody. Some people just can't stand Peetz. So take care of yourself.
We heat to 450 and then turn it down to 400.
See you in another stream.
Yeah, whatever. I have to do stuff for my members. I know.
So it's called Bee and Puppy Cat, and it is 2 seasons on Netflix. It's comedy drama where it's an unemployed woman named Bee lives a normal life until her grumpy companion Puppy Cat arrives, and they begin traveling between reality and fishbowl space. It's an anime,
Sounds
yes,
eating.
on Netflix.
Sounds eating. Shake and bake is not. It's not awful, but I mean, it's it's just shake and bake.
It first aired 9.5 years ago. Hey, Bad Wings, welcome. Smash that like button. Sounds riveting. It's not my type of anime. The only anime Peetz and I really have in common is Samurai Champloo. And the only reason we have that in common is because it's Studio Ghibli, however you want to say it.
Well, shake and bake. I mean, it's just like it's a pre-made seasoning. Shake and bake. It's a pre-made seasoning for chicken, pork, whatever.
You don't
Hey,
think
Janine.
it's anime? Then what is it?
Pork chops no. Pork chops aren't even in the oven yet.
Do you differentiate anime from cartoons, Mary?
Water's boiling.
I see, Mary. It is more cartoonish. Oh, here goes the dunks. Oh boy. How's he gonna do this? Plop. See, this is where you get burnt. Did I say puppy cat? I did. Bee and puppy cat.
No. Into
Oh.
the water.
Samurai
Nope.
Jack wasn't anime.
The patates are in the water. Okay. The patates are in the water.
Facts nightmare.
And I can put these into the oven.
That show looks for little kids. I think we have an understanding that Peetz likes little kid shows. Just saying. I've come to that conclusion a while back.
All right. 651. Half cover with the lid.
Yeah, our temperatures are the same, Sir K. We go by Celsius and Fahrenheit for the most part. Seldom you use Kelvin or any other type of gauge of temperature. Candy says, Monty, Tina called you out tonight. Address it. Ooh, really? Tina called me out? Okay. I'm gonna have to address it then. Who is Tina? You don't want to know.
Hey, Blaze. Hey, Ma Teresa. Drop some weight cooking at home. We'll see, Ma Teresa, because I don't exercise and I still eat plenty of crap food. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Melanie. Hey, Jenna.
Frax Nightmare. If you've noticed, Chantel's been taking out food practically all the time. Yeah. Yeah, practically all the time. The only time she doesn't do takeout, even in Kuwait, is when the neighbor gives her food, which we all have come to believe is a family member. One of Salah's family members brings food over.
Hey, Low Tide. Patin? No, I don't like patin.
Facts QZ. Peetz is more comfortable in the kitchen since his first recipe.
Takes on a walk one day? Nah. Pass.
Take people on a walk, Peetz. Just
Thanks,
do
Janine.
it.
Do more chores? No. But I say my cooking is improved. I mean, yes, it has definitely improved because I've actually been doing it.
Yeah, Belize and Mimi. Tina was on my panel once. Peetz is
Like it's improved just because I've actually started cooking.
Mm-hmm. And it's not Tina Pigeon. Tina Pigeon is different. Tina Pigeon is Chantel's friend from Cornwall. This is a different Tina.
Made zucchini in your spaghetti video.
I wonder how Tina Pigeon is, by the way.
Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, or zucchini. Yeah. Meal if I like so best so far. I don't really know. I don't know. How we cooking the chops tonight? Just in the oven. Just throwing. They just threw in the oven right now. Weather was nasty today. Yeah, I looked outside and it was looked pretty miserable, and I'm like, nice. You're celebrating something? Anyways, yeah, like I said, I finished watching Bee and Puppy Cat, so I will probably tonight I'll like record a review of it and have that up probably like Friday. How will you prepare the chops? I seasoned with what did I put on them? What the hell seasonings did I use? Onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning.
No worries, Sonny.
Panko and salt. That sure looks cute. It is really cute and really funny and really.
I've been hearing that people have been doing deep dives in Latiti to prepare for her return soon. I mean, maybe I should again. When is she returning again? Because I guess I'm going to have to go back, do deep dives, maybe brush people up on what's happening. And then we got to brush people up on what's happening with G-Man and Shiny and so on and so on.
Really fun and got some really interesting stuff. Lambo's busy, so have I ever cooked regularly? No, I haven't. You guys in the kitchen? I would say I like being Puppy Cat. I would say
Shiny has
like,
been live a lot. Oh boy, no, that is too much that she's live so much. She needs to stop.
kids can't enjoy it. Like you could watch it with you probably could watch it with a kid. I would not describe it as a kid's show though. Do I not like kids, but I like kids shows? I mean, there's a handful of kids shows that I have that I do like.
I see
I
Nightmare.
don't like kids. Kids make me uncomfortable. But yeah, there are a handful of kid shows that I've enjoyed because they're well made. Because they're not made for kids. They're made for the adults who are making them. It's just that the adults are making them appropriate for kids. Like I think that's sort of like key.
I get that, but I don't agree with him. I get what he's trying to say. You know how you used to watch Shaggy, but then as a kid you thought Shaggy was really funny, but then there are a lot of adult elements within the show, like Scooby Doo, because Shaggy, with the mystery machine and used to smoke up. Yeah, as a kid, you'd be like, "Oh, that's funny. What's all that smoke?" But it's weed smoke. He's smoking. And then a lot of other things that you find funny is I totally get what he means. but I don't think they are made for adults. I think they're still made for kids. They just have a lot of adult jokes and elements, especially with a lot of kid movies these days. They make a lot of jokes for the adults that the adults get, but as a child you would never get it. So then when you see your mom or your dad are laughing and you're like, why are you laughing? Because it's an adult joke. But that's been happening. Yeah, exactly, Nightmare.
There are kids shows which are usually pretty garbage. Like a kids show is probably going to be kind of shitty. Mario Party All Stars. I
Facts,
got
Ziggy.
bored of it. I
Exactly.
got so tired of Mario Party All Stars.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
watch these
like,
so many times.
Kids shows usually are pretty bad. They ended up being like dumbed down, often like kind of condescending to the kids.
Hey, Melly Billy.
Kids shows in general, not terribly good. Shows,
Right, Ziggy, exactly.
Shows that are made by adults for themselves to enjoy, but which they make appropriate for kids, that's different.
Huh? So you're saying
Like
adults making adult shows that are kid appropriate? That don't make no sense. They're making kid shows with adult elements that as an adult you'd get, but as a kid you wouldn't.
My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Like previous incarnations of My Little Pony.
Hey, Gratitude.
Friendship is
What's up?
Magic was made specifically, like the people who worked on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic were making a show that they wanted to watch. You know, like they were doing something that they enjoyed. They wanted to make a show that they would watch. They just happened to make the show appropriate for kids. The X-Men the animated series, like X-Men the animated series back in the 90s, is a perfect example. Appropriate for kids, but not really a kids show.
It was a kids show.
In the same sense as, you know, all the garbage from the 80s.
But it was a kids show.
You'll be 28. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Never watched My Little Pony? X-Men's cool back then. Oh, X-Men's always been cool. X-Men have been cool since 1975.
Okay, well, welcome back, Gal Charlotte. X-Men once again.
Like,
X-Men? I used to love the 90s X-Men.
X-Men in the 60s was almost universally bland.
I don't even know about X-Men from the 60s.
The Roy Thomas, Neil Adams run, 80s go. Oh, 80s. Most 80s cartoons were bad.
I know about 1960s Batman.
No, Pork Chop's only been in for like 7 minutes.
Wow.
Happy early birthday, Brooke. Most kids shows, like most cartoons in the 80s, were genuinely bad.
What's up, Izzy?
Like
Welcome.
they were just shitty shows. They were toy commercials and they were fucking lazy and half-assed, and just even when they tried, they were held back by a lot of shit.
Probably Ziggy. Big facts. Ziggy says his logic always comes down to his own stunted/distorted reality. Maybe it's hard to accept he's behind emotionally. Probably.
My ex-husband has comic books as old as 50 years. Nice. So yeah, like, oh hey J-Dot. So yeah, 80s cartoons were bad. Almost universally bad. Ninja Turtles?
I'd say no.
Today's cartoons are good, vintage.
80s?
Today's cartoons are made by people who are making something they want to watch.
What? Listen.
No, Pork Chops are the Pork Chops.
I used to love Jason the Wheel Warriors. I used to love G-Force. Those were shows that I would watch all the time. What else was there? We had what else? Of course, wasn't there like The Land Before Time? Like, there's so much shows, not necessarily cartoons, but even Aladdin. Should we fast forward? Yeah, I think Pete doesn't know what he's talking about.
Pork chops. The pork chops are cooking now.
Used to love
But
G-Force.
Bee and Puppycat, fantastic show. And you can tell that the people who worked on Bee and Puppycat had a blast working on it. They were making a show that they loved, so it was great. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, phenomenal show.
Huh?
Because they were making a show for themselves. They just happened to make it appropriate for kids.
Used to love.
Compare that to G.I. Joe from the 90s.
Ooh, G.I. Joe Extreme. Extreme.
Or from the 80s, I mean. 80s G.I. Joe was a fucking toy commercial. He-Man in the 80s was a toy commercial. And She-Ra as well.
You know what? We should go forward.
And like a lot of times, like a lot of those shows had honestly kind of bad voice acting. The animation obviously was not up to snuff.
Right, Lady DMA?
The animation does not hold up at all.
No shit, it doesn't hold up. It's the 80s, man. What do you expect? It's the 80s!
Tigra. Thought Jen was Barbie. Or Jen.
All right, let's go forward.
So, like, the majority of 80s cartoons were bad. And especially you compare them to today, they really don't hold up.
Really?
Like, the animation just does not hold up at all.
Ziggy says,
Still love them. Because you grew up on them, Andy.
My Little Ponies was the 80s. All
Have you
right.
seen RoboCop? I haven't actually.
We
This,
need to
like,
go forward.
by-
We'll go forward because Oranges Poranges said so.
So how do I tell if the potatoes are ready? Just like by feel, right? Some really good storylines behind comics. I think Bruce Banner's dad was abusive. Yeah, abusive father who actually killed Bruce's mom. Oh yeah, these are nowhere near ready.
Sup,
Yeah,
Cupcake?
those are nowhere near ready. Those are still hard. Pick one up and bite into it. The thermometer. No, not one that works. Why do I hate the old school stuff? Because a lot of it's just dated. Like, a lot of it just does not hold up.
I don't know what his sense is. It's kind of like me comparing CGI from like 20 years ago to current. Of course, it's not going to hold up.
All right. Gonna flip the pork chops. Careful of the door, me.
You had strawberry shortcake, everything, of course. I remember, hello kitty, hello kitty. Found puppies. Lunchboxes and shoes.
Land Before Time.
So true.
Yeah, I mean there were some good movies back then. Land Before Time, great movie. And there were some other really good animated movies from back then. But yeah, like I said, the kids' cartoons were bad.
Facts.
Why are you
Lisa
making
B.
so many? Because I ordered them.
The Jetsons.
I had ordered them from Uber Eats.
Really?
I had them do the groceries for me.
Are you serious? He's wasting money on Uber Eats.
And they brought that big a pack.
Well, I guess he is, of course, making more money through the membership. So he's gonna do what he's gonna do. That's it. Jetsons and Flintstones. Peak.
I sort of wanted to do that, but they were too frozen.
Top tier cartoons. Jetsons and Flintstones.
I put them right in the freezer right away, and I had the pork chops on $3.75. $3.75. I have the pork chops on Instacart. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference. It doesn't really make much of a difference. The point is, that was what was brought. That's why I kind of don't like getting meat from Uber Eats.
Oh, that's sweet, Lisa B. Well, positive vibes your way. Once again, Ed and Eddie
I feel like
was good.
Meat, I probably should go to the store to pick up myself, just so that I can get the sizes that I want. But I'll have leftovers for tomorrow.
For sure. I'm happy you saved a lot of your kids' stuff. That's pretty awesome.
The way to find out if they're done is to completely smash them with your fist and say kapua. I don't take Instacart. I mean, it's like I said, it's the same basic thing. Whether I use Uber or Instacart or whatever, it's going to be the same basic thing.
Or you could have gotten them yourself. Wait a second.
Story of Xavier.
Was the Bionic Woman tied? It was, right? The Bionic Woman was tied to, what was it, like the $6 million man, and then we had the spin-off, the Bionic Woman, which was pretty cool.
Or mentor. Yes. So Xavier, Professor Xavier.
Sup, Maria?
Yeah, he formed the X-Men. He is their teacher and mentor. Also kind of manipulative and kind of a dick at times. The main thing to know about Professor Xavier is that Professor Xavier is a jerk.
What? He's not.
Check potatoes again. I'm an X-Men expert. Yep, I am an expert. And yeah, Professor Xavier is a jerk. That's the most important thing to know about him.
Professor Xavier wasn't a jerk. Well, maybe he was upset he couldn't jerk because, he's paralyzed. Get it? You like Jamie Summers was Steve Austin's girlfriend? For sure.
They actually still feel a little bit hard.
I love the A-Team, of course.
Really? Yeah, I'm boiling the potatoes. You go to college? I did go to college.
Knight Rider, of course. Lone Ranger, yes.
Who's the most underrated superhero in my opinion? I mean, that's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, that's hard to say, really. There's a lot of mutants who I feel don't get the focus they deserve. I've always loved Karma. I wish she got more focus, though I guess she got some in the most recent New Mutants run.
The most underrated character, if you're gonna go for the Marvel Universe, is the Molecule Man. You know why? Because there's certain things the Molecule Man can do that he doesn't even know he can do, because he can control molecules at the level of quarks. Think about that for a second. He can control things at the level of quarks.
Surge from the what I said in call library and information technician.
And if you know what quarks are they're among the smallest particles in the universe, and they carry only fractional electric charges.
Yeah, Surge from the New Mutants, New X-Men, Academy X days. She was so good. Such a good character, and she just got
Can we go
completely
forward?
sidelined, which
I have no idea what he's talking about.
fucking sucks.
Stop shooting,
Am I
dragon.
a mutant? Not that I'm aware of. Do I ever make myself a salad? Hell no. Let's see, who are some other characters that were really cool but never got the attention they deserved?
Oh yes, Benny Hill.
Frogman.
How can I forget Benny Hill? Holy crap.
The Fabulous Frogman. You gotta love the Fabulous Frogman.
Magnum PI, yeah.
Cucumbers and Ranch. Overrated heroes?
You love Soul Train, of course.
I mean, your dad said X-Men was evil. A lot of the Avengers are kind of overrated. Nah. Spider-Man? Nah, Spider-Man's not overrated. Wolverine's kind of overrated.
If we're gonna talk about shows, we're gonna talk about The Love Boat. I grew up on Love Boat, and also, which one was it? A soap opera. I think it was. Let me check.
I hate what happened with Wolverine.
All right, we're gonna go forward. We don't want to hear Wolverine again. Stop it. Paisley's Playhouse, yes.
Mid-2000s, he got reduced to a skeleton. Skeleton and his brain still in his skull. There was nothing left of him. A few minutes later, he was almost completely healed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Science. Oh, I used to love Dynasty and also Days of Our Lives, The Young and the Restless, All My Children. Dallas. You guys remember Dallas?
Suppose whether they're done or not, I may as well take them out. Like, it was just the stupidest fucking thing to ever happen in a story.
Ooh, nice, Lisa B.
Was Wolverine regenerating from just his bones?
How's that stupid, though? No, seriously. How's that stupid? This guy likes movies with flying dragons. But it's really, really stupid that a mutant can regenerate from their bones. That's just stupid, but let's bring in the flying dragons and the spaceships and the mutants that can modify and amplify sound. But, a mutant regenerating from his bones, that's just stupid. That's dumb.
Like, I don't even know how something like that gets approved.
Yeah, how? How? It's a show about mutants that can shoot lasers from their eyes and control the environment, can control storms and wind and rain. It's just stupid that one of them can regenerate themselves from their bones. That's stupid. Let's just have ones that can control your brain and shoot fire and ice.
I mean, it's just like,
and everything else.
It's the perfect example of how much his power creeped up. He just, because again, like, used to be, hurt him enough, he dies. Now, he's basically just impossible to kill.
That's the whole point, Peetz. He has a healing factor.
And that makes him legitimately less interesting. Wolverine's brother died. Yeah, and I mean, to me, that makes him legitimately less interesting as a character when he's just, you know,
Ooh,
unkillable,
Quantum Leap, yes.
unkillable stabby guy.
Can I also say another thing? Peetz was talking about cosmic level beings. What do you think the Phoenix can do? What does he think the Living Tribunal can do? What does he think Silver Surfer, Galactica, who else? Who else is there? The Quintessence, Scarlet Witch. What do you think they can do? They can also heal. That's what they do.
That said, I find him kind of a boring character anyway. Wolverine to me is always most interesting when he's acting as a mentor to a
Suplexy?
teen girl, teenage girl, stabby guy. I mean, yeah, that's what he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peetz went to college. I think he got a 2-year. Was it? I think it was an associate's, right?
Like to me, like that's the most interesting Wolverine. Yeah, when he was mentor to Kitty Pryde back in the 80s, when he was mentor to Jubilee back in the day, when he was mentor, he's sort of briefly mentor to, but not for very long. A little bit of mentor to Armor.
Right,
during,
Scoutfinch? The way he said it didn't make Wolverine sound right.
Whedon's Astonishing Run.
But you know what? I wasn't gonna go there. Yeah, he has a 2-year in library science, not a bachelor's. He does need his master's though if he wants his dream job. Right now is a time for him to apply to go to school, but he doesn't want to go back to school. So there is a problem to be solved. That can only be solved by education, Peetz. If you really want your dream job,
I do feel like it's time for him that they gave him Logan concept and movie. I mean, the movie was great. Potato plan? May as well try bite of potato. Tried bite of potato.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, of course.
Beauty bite.
Is there any butter in that?
It didn't turn out too bad, actually.
You miss True Blood? They should reboot True Blood. But wait, our star died. And the other... You don't own a TV now? That's another thing a lot of people are no longer owning TVs because of how technology has progressed. A lot of people just have like a computer, laptop or desktop, mostly laptops these days, and a phone. There's a lot of people who are watching their favorite movies and TV shows on their phones or laptops.
In response to the comment about comics not being realistic, I think that they should strive for a degree of authenticity. And I do feel like when you've got a hero who's... No, Casey, no! Casey, no!
Easy says True Blood was great except the last season. Yeah, the last season was rushed. Somebody said they've been watching The White Lotus. You know, there's actually a meaning behind The White Lotus, right? Because I know the meaning of what a White Lotus person is. So that kind of tells me a lot about the show already. Oh, how cute. Now look at her. She's just there minding her own business. Such a pretty girl. Dexter fan right here.
Anyway, gonna check on the pork chops.
What's the meaning of White Lotus?
There they put that.
There's a duality in meanings. Why the lotus, the white lotus flower, is actually supposed to mean purity. So it represents a state of mental purity and that of spiritual perfection. It's also associated with the pacification of one's nature. So it symbolizes a state of bodhi, which means being awakened. But then there's also the meaning, the duality to white lotus is people use that term to describe a person. Because if you describe a person like, oh, that guy is a white lotus, or that girl, be careful of her, she's a white lotus. It actually also means a person that will act nice to you when they're in front of you, but then they'll do things to hinder you behind your back, or they'll talk shit about you. So you would call that person a white lotus. It's also a nice car, yes. Exactly, Ziggy. It's a two-faced person. Also, Foodie Beauty got it right. Oh, thank you, T with Topanga. I mean, what do you think about that meat? Is it?
What do you think? Cooked enough for
I think
few
it's a
more
little
minutes?
bit too pink, Peetz.
I think probably a few more minutes. Eh?
Yes, it's too pink. Right, Gamer Girl, 420?
Looks to me like a few more minutes, yeah. That looks pretty pink.
Why does his pork chops look like everything bagels? They do. They do look like everything bagels. Cause he used bread in. I think it was the panko.
While I wait, I'll have potato.
Good.
I'll eat some potato.
Good to know, Mostos. Was it shake and bake? I thought it was panko. Okay, I guess it was shake and bake.
Yeah, I'll do those other boxes next time. Green potato and butter? No. Didn't bother with any butter.
It's natter perfect. Yes. Raw. A natter will still eat it.
I think I'll just turn the oven up a little bit.
No
I'll turn the
butter.
oven up a few degrees.
Wow, Peetz is going 100 on this.
Oh, I mean, it's not really raw. It wasn't really raw. It just wasn't fully cooked yet. The smoke detector goes off the ready.
He had enough butter. I remember those days. The days of opening the oven and then boom, the smoke detector goes off.
Not raw, but not fully cooked. Medium rare pork chops? Yeah, which is what you don't want. Potatoes are okay.
If you're just coming in, smash that like button.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still nervous every time I cook, I'm nervous.
Tea with Topanga says smoke detector always goes off in a King Cobra video. True. Is he eating plain potatoes? He is. I guess he's hungry. And did I recall that did Peetz take out the battery out of the smoke alarm, or did he just replace it? Remember that whole fiasco for weeks? No, it was months actually. And people were like, just twist and turn and pull. And he's like, no, it's not like that. It's complicated. Then he actually performed the maneuver. Then he was like, oh, makes things so difficult.
How have I been doing mentally? It could be better. Christmas tree? Nah, I'm not going to do a Christmas tree.
He has a mini Christmas tree. He can at least take it out.
I don't care enough about Christmas to bother with the tree.
He doesn't know how to hold a fork. He doesn't. Diane Woods, welcome.
Oh, that's potatoes eaten. There's butter. Nah. I do go to therapy.
True. Nightmare.
Check shots. I figure they could probably stay at a few more minutes. Considering how much pink there still was, I figure a few more minutes. Put some tinsel around Box Mountain. Charlie Brown, wimpy tree. Trees are cute. Yeah, I don't care. Not rolling chairs when they're thrown out.
You couldn't change it for days, right? It was actually for months. It wasn't even for days. It was for months. I was gonna say weeks, but it actually was for months.
But yeah, the spots weren't bad.
They had it going on. King Cobra work, have them boiled, baked, fried, and microwaved.
Weird cheapskate lady on TLC that cooks everything in her dishwasher.
I've never actually watched a King Cobra cooking video.
Yeah, that sounds gross. No, I haven't because I don't like meeting people. I haven't met him because I don't like meeting people. BBW King.
Wait a second, who's he talking about? Oh crap, I don't have the chat rendered. Who was he talking about? 1 hour 13 minutes in. You know what? Let me see if I can see if the chat has rendered. Okay, and it has. All right, so let me see, who was he talking about? Oh, my bad, everybody. I had it on mute. Let's go. Don't watch Cobra.
Weird cheapskate lady on TLC that cooks everything in her dishwasher.
Have you met Salah?
Gross.
Oh, have you met Salah yet? Okay, I see it. All right, thank you for that, gamer girl. Appreciate you.
No, I haven't because I don't like meeting people. I haven't met him because I don't like meeting people. BBW King.
King Cobra boiled eggs in Mountain Dew. Okay. Whatever happened to Cool Taste?
Extra phone or laptop? I do have a laptop, but I'm lazy. I don't want to have to bring my laptop downstairs. I'm making pork chops too. Hey, Lisa P.
Oh, Cool Taste streamed 3 weeks ago.
Anything interesting I'm currently watching? I just finished watching Bee and Puppy Cat. Other than that, still watching Star Trek. Printer? I do have a printer, but ink is so expensive. What I reuse the fork?
Ink is expensive if you're going through like Staples or Best Buy. You can go through like
I
Amazon.
guess because I'm trashy. How's therapy going? Yeah. Still going, I suppose. Vlogmas? I don't know if I'll bother with the Vlogmas thing.
Cobra. I don't even know. Does Cobra have close-up shots of his face eaten? All right, let's see how this turned out.
Hard to tell now.
Why don't you cut it again, Peetz? And has it
Better
been that
still,
long?
or should I give it a couple more minutes?
Could give it a
What do you
few
think? Should I have a couple more
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah.
I already had the potatoes. Not done.
Cut it in half.
It's good.
But I do think it needs a few more minutes. I don't think that was long enough. You can kind of tell it's too wet on this one right here. And these are pretty moist. Too moist. A few more minutes will do. Oh, he does. And the farting? Ew, okay. I see you got the clock.
More will only make it dry. Look fine. I'll call them done.
Moist like Pete's like his meat. I don't know what to even think about that.
Let them rest. Yeah, giving them a couple more minutes to rest.
Need some color. Mm-hmm. It's safe to eat. It's done. Okay. If you guys think it's done, let's maybe do a poll. Are the pork chops done? Yes or no? Oh, he's gonna show it.
Cut open another one.
It's a little bit pinkish. Yeah, they're not done. Unless you like your meat like that.
This.
Some people like their meat like that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Mouso says Koki would have those black. They would.
I think that's fine, actually.
I mean, you could eat it like that, yeah. Or you could put it in the oven for a few minutes. He needs a thermometer. He has one. He just doesn't have the battery for one. Even though he should get a battery like drawer or like chest or case. Get batteries from the dollar store. That's what I have. I have tons of different types of batteries because you never know when you're going to need them.
All right. Nicely browned on the bottom there.
He had to use the batteries for the scale, right?
Yeah. Bottom's very nicely browned, actually.
That's why somebody told you to flip them. Because the flipped would have worked wonders.
Yeah, I think they're...
Well, if he wants to eat them like that, then sure.
Ready.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're done.
All right, vote now. Are those pork chops done? Yes or no? I'm going to close the vote in a minute.
Give me a second. Give them a couple minutes. Oh, yeah. Do a taste test here.
Jay Harrod says, could also be practice for when Foodie comes back. He'll cook for her like Natter and win her over. Sure. All right, let's end this vote. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's actually pretty white.
Should get a crock pot, right?
too bad.
If you're just coming in, smash the like button. The pork chops are ready or not. Hey, at least he didn't get diarrhea the last time. Remember that meat that he had? And we thought, hey, maybe he'll get diarrhea. It was the meatloaf from Monday, because today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, it was the meatloaf.
Guys
Monday.
don't normally come up on this counter anyway, but
So I guess the Monday meatloaf he also had yesterday, and now he has the pork chops. It's gonna last him 2 days or so.
I'll do a better job covering them up later.
Or you could cover them up now and do the job, finish it. The diarrhea loaf, oh, MG, those onion slices were too much.
All right, now I'm going back upstairs to eat. Just need to figure out how to hold this thing while I do. There we go.
Right, the congealed meat juice was like really bad.
Well, I mean, I need to wait for them to cool down before I put them in the fridge. Like, I'm gonna wait for the those last two to cool down before I put them in the fridge. Hey, ugly. Oh, good night, cat voice.
I was also about to say that pause and pose, like let it cool for a bit before covering it. But then I'm thinking, did he really mean to do that? Like cover it a bit so at least it could kind of air out? I don't think so.
Weather? Not sure if it's still raining right now.
You need applesauce with your pork? Okay.
Yeah. Show plate. All right.
Hey, Boodlebug.
Who's ugly? Casey. Casey's ugly.
Izzy S says it wasn't a meatloaf on Monday, but an onion loaf seasoned with meat. It was. It was an onion loaf.
Sorry, Casey, not right now. I am eating. Sorry, Casey, whatever you want. I can't do it for you right now. I'm eating.
Yeah, the rain wasn't that fun.
The oven's off. No, she's at the top of the stairs, and then, yeah, she followed me in here.
Yeah, I think he needs to feed her. That's what I would do. Ooh, nice. And mint sauce with
Nancy.
lamb? Really?
Yeah, I ate the potatoes while waiting for my pork chops to finish. Normally, I would eat meat first, potatoes last.
Okay, I gotta skip this eating. It's too much.
I did not microwave a potato today, Nancy. No, I boiled. No, I didn't bother seasoning the potatoes.
Why
Just the
not?
salt. That's food. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
All right, going forward.
Right? So, yeah. Eating cheese, talking about Heaven's Gate, and that got her on BuzzFeed. Because the internet is weird sometimes.
Was Foodie Beauty live today? She was not. She wasn't live at all. You're welcome, Lindsay. But let's go for it a little bit more.
That would be my preference.
He didn't say it was good or just okay this time.
Zelda?
Ooh, nice, Marie.
Loved Ocarina of Time.
Did she put out a video today? Technically, yes, she did, but it's a re-upload. She removed a video from her personal channel and placed it on the couple's channel. Aw, how cute is he? Nice, Teresa. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, for Christmas Day itself, I don't know. I mean, Chinese is a traditional thing for a judge coming. Not too bad. You know, for people who are alone on Christmas Day, it's Chinese feels. How long does the bus ride take? A little over an hour, I think. Just over an hour.
Oh, he's talking about visiting his mom in Cornwall, the bus ride. Gotcha, Peetz. So remember, Peetz is visiting his mom. The setup is to leave the cats. Hopefully, leaves out enough food and water for however long he's going to be away for. They should be okay as long as there's enough food and water. Put out some dry food, Peetz. That's all you got to do.
Yep. That's probably what I'll do. What do I get from Chinese? I don't know. I like fried rice, like beef fried rice, or some kind of fried rice. Garlic spare ribs. Try to work over Christmas.
True, Jared.
I'm actually getting kind of full.
Really, Peetz? The cats can be on live, right?
Yes, I have an older brother.
Who would watch a channel with just the two cats? I would. I think it would be awesome. I would totally watch that.
What am I doing for Christmas? I imagine Christmas I'll probably spend most of the day on live.
Aw. Wait a second. When is he visiting his mom, though? The way he eats, right? Maybe if the cat did tricks?
Yeah,
Chew, is he? Thick.
Those are thick. Those filled me right up.
Those are thick. Double C's, no K. THICC. Thick.
On the Christmas spirit this year? Nah, I can. Especially given what given what you've told me about what's happening with the NG, I can understand it.
Picks and re-eats.
Okay.
Yeah, right? He picks the meat out of his teeth and then re-eats them. I mean, like, his finger game is like on 10, on 100.
I hate that.
Who else can use their fingers like that to get meat out of their teeth? I gotta use like floss.
Masterson, what fucking rapist piece of shit getting to go free?
Oh, he's talking about that 70s show actor that was up on grape charges. I saw a news article about that. What was his name again? Masterson? Something like that?
Fuck Danny Masterson.
Yeah, Danny Masterson. What do you mean? What happened with what exactly?
Christmas pajamas and fun, some kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, I'll do some shit. The iconic pink wig.
Right, Jack?
I might wear a wig. Yeah, I might dress up for that day.
Right, Lexi, 2002.
He and Sass contacting the Kuwaiti authorities. Whatever.
Oh, and of course, after he enjoys his food, he's got to get into the candy. Swedish berries for the win.
What do I think about the Balenciaga drama going on? I think that was a weird ass photo shoot. My brother does not drive. He never got a license. I did at least go for my license.
Really?
He never even bothered.
Are you serious? You mean so? Wow. Okay, so this kind of tells me a lot more. Is it peach rings? I thought it was berries. Okay, so I guess it's peach rings tonight. I'm gonna have to check. So both of them don't have a license, and he says his mom doesn't have a license either.
Scotland and do a live hog mini.
I did not see Daryl Brooks. I
do want to go back to Scotland.
I only got notified about the Masterson stuff through my phone. I guess so, Jay Harrod. What happened to S Jam? I still have no idea what happened to S Jam. He was just on.
I did get one.
Like a month ago, and then the next morning I wake up and he's gone.
I got my learners. Hey, Nicole. I did get my learner's license. I never went for my permanent license.
Am I intrigued? No.
I let it lapse. Basically, what happened is I just let my driver's license lapse. Do your brother both suffer from anxiety? I think so. We definitely both suffer from depression, as does my mom. Was my favorite thing about Scotland.
I heard that someone said that he went to rehab. I'm not sure if that's true though.
I don't know. It's just a nice country, a lot of history. Seeing the castles. Different from the license. I'm not totally sure.
He isn't sure, really?
Because there's like a G1 and a G2.
Okay.
When I get my license, nah.
As I've said, Peetz only had the G1. That's when you take the written test. That's your learners. And then after that, to actually drive, you gotta be with somebody who's driven for a certain amount of years. Is one of the stipulations. And then you can go for your G2, which is your graduated learners, which means you can drive on roads, but you cannot drive on the highway and certain other places. And then after that, you go for your G, which is your full license. So Peetz cannot drive. His brother hasn't even taken any licensing test to drive. And his mother, he did say, does not drive either.
Nah, I'm too nervous a driver. People in Scotland I can stay with. I mean, yeah. I mean, I imagine my aunt and uncle would put me up.
Someone deleted his channel, so I think he's safe. Okay, I guess.
If I needed. Another nice thing about Scotland,
Peetz brush his teeth, yes.
The Edinburgh Zoo.
He said his aunt and uncle would house him.
They take the penguins out for walks.
You love
Edinburgh
driving?
Zoo is actually kind of famous for its penguin walks.
Maybe Lexi 2002 in time, maybe I could cover infamous trials. There's a lot of people covering trials though. Like it's a whole YouTube thing, a whole sector, a niche.
Another nice thing about Scotland, the Edinburgh Zoo. They take the penguins out for walks. Edinburgh Zoo is actually kind of famous for its penguin walks. Gran was from Scotland. The Penguin Parade, yep.
Mary says it's the need. When you don't actually have the need to get a driver's license, you don't get it. When I lived in the city, I never needed a car. No, the country is different, yeah? It's very different.
Am I not against it? Yeah, I mean, I have problems with them, but
I think, Izzy, if you live in Montreal, depending on where in Montreal you live, you don't need a driver's license. Even Toronto, if you live in either downtown, uptown, or like west, central east, you don't need a car because there's just so many subways and everything that you can get around easy. And it's now even easier because if you want to get to an out of the way area, there's always Uber and there's always Lyft.
I have no idea if you can watch the Penguin Parade online.
Oh, thank you, Lexi. Appreciate you.
The Edinburgh Fringe Festival is always great. Seeing street entertainers, like all the street entertainers during Fringe, is really fun. If you ever get to go to the tattoo at Edinburgh Castle, that's really good. Scotland's safe. Oh yeah, Scotland's safe.
You hate driving? Did he say Scotland's safe? Hey, Harlow. What's up?
Hey, Bill Welsh. So, yeah, there's a lot of that's there, and the Royal Mile, of course. Surprisingly fun to walk.
If that door starts closing on its own, could be the cats. My cats actually know how to open the doors, both of them. They have their own ways. They either use their head or they use their paws. It's super cute.
Would I do a sponsor for established shows? I don't know what that means, Jack.
Gal says, watch. He's more calm. He has explosive moments, but not as many. Yeah, he's a lot calmer, a lot more stress-free. That's good for him. I like that.
What is there in Glasgow? I mean, Glasgow is mostly safe. Glasgow is more of a working class city. It's Glasgow's got a rough history.
Right. Silent lurking kitty. It's super cute when they do it.
I don't think it's particularly bad anymore.
Yeah, Martha does open the door.
Definitely has a history of being a very rough city. But rough in place with still nice people, yeah. Used to be the stabbing capital of the world.
I was just about to say something like that. They stab you in the booty? That's called, what's that called again? And they give you Glasgow smiles. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's fine.
Glasgow smiles.
Derby can be rough. Yeah, I think on the whole, Glasgow's improved a lot. Everywhere can be rough when the media says so. Yeah.
It's not
Think about
pagan,
Cornwall, Ontario.
and it's not figgin.
Again, Cornwall's a lot better than it used to be when I was a kid.
It's something else.
When I was a kid, Cornwall was one of the most dangerous cities in Canada. Like, no joke, it was one of the most dangerous cities in Canada. Had one of the highest murder rates in the country. A lot of drug smuggling went through there.
Yeah, okay.
Jenna,
I would say
we
so.
support you. Thank you very much, Jenna. Hearts in the chat for Jenna.
Still a lot of drug smuggling going on in Cornwall because of the proximity to the states.
I think Cornwall's still got a fair bit of smuggling.
Of course. Any major city or decent city or any city that is close enough to any American border, even on both sides, there's going to be smuggling activity all the time. Like people smuggling, drug smuggling is just because it's a border city.
But maybe a little bit less than it used to.
I would say a lot of the stuff goes to like Montreal mostly, but still Cornwall, due to Ottawa being an hour away from Cornwall.
Let's go kiss the headbutt to the face. Straight into Cornwall. Cornwall's close to the U.S. border. Yes, it is right on the border. And there's Cornwall Island.
Yep. That's
which is a reservation.
That's where she got BBJ in 2004. Chantal, that is.
And I think that it got used a fair bit for smuggling.
Of course.
And still does, I think.
Of
so
course.
I think part of the reason Cornwall was actually so dangerous was because of the smuggling. And I think a lot of the smuggling ended up going through Cornwall Island because it's a reservation. It's easier to smuggle things through there. The indigenous people, for obvious fucking reasons, don't get as much scrutiny when crossing from one side to the other.
Actually, that's not true. They get a lot of scrutiny. They're just free to pass through because of deals, right? Angel Wings, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate you. But there have been lots of news stories about busts where they have been busting a lot of Aboriginal people, Native Canadians, Indigenous people, however you want to call them.
So I think that factored in a fair bit for the smuggling in Cornwall.
You was a smuggler then? What were you smuggling? You're imagining the Trailer Park Boys with a train track?
Make that money, guys. Good surfing in Cornwall. Oh, Cornwall, UK. Snuggle, don't smuggle.
Very true, Angel Wings.
I remember once my brother was joking around that if we're ever being, somebody's ever trying to intimidate us, we can just be like, yeah, I was born in Cornwall, or I was born in Montreal, raised in Cornwall. We're like, oh shit, all right, you're legit.
Right. They gotta know where Cornwall is.
YouTube income is definitely helping a lot. It's definitely going to help a lot this month. Definitely going to help a lot on my December pay.
He's here though.
Yeah, it's
exactly. He's here though.
Cornwall Street trucks. I don't know how cheap they are. A lot of weed in Cornwall. So much weed in Cornwall. In Ottawa is Vanier.
Somebody hating on Vanier?
Because I was born in Montreal, which does have a reputation still for being kind of a rough city, and raised in Cornwall, which, used to have a reputation for being a really rough city. So,
All right, Peetz. What's he trying to say? Is he
A lot of
hardened?
people in a lot of other people in Ottawa would be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty legit, dude.
Hey, I think he needs to be on an episode of The Wire.
That's pretty legit, guy.
Can you imagine? It's like Welcome to Cornwall. It's kind of like Baltimore, The Wire, except it's Cornwall. He is gangsta. He is totally. I can
Not
see it.
particularly DH.
He's from Cornwall.
Montreal's okay. Yep. Where's Cornwall? New York side, actually. It's across from New York side of the border.
Okay, because that explains everything, right?
It's southern Ontario. Just a little bit south of Cornwall. Or of Ottawa. Just a little bit south of Ottawa.
No, it's an hour south.
Right.
That's a lot south.
I don't think Canada's having any rough cities. We kind of do. Yes, Windsor borders Detroit. And I think there's other cities that border Michigan.
Well, Pete's and your stunning geography.
Canadians cross the border to work. Yep. Yeah, working for it's funny. If you are in Windsor, if you live in Windsor, Ontario,
Yikes, Mary.
okay, so let me explain. So, like, working for Rogers, a big thing that came up pretty regularly was accidental roaming, accidental U.S. roaming. People who live on the border picking up towers in the U.S. That was fairly common, and everyone would get 2 or 3 calls a day. Like every single agent would get 2 or 3 calls a day about people asking, calling about, hey, I got roaming charges. I wasn't in the U.S. And just like, okay, here's credit.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 times a day for every agent. It was a common thing. Windsor was set up so that because of the fact that so many people commuted.
Yeah.
Windsor didn't actually have roaming charges. Like it's
well, great.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of cities have down street. So yeah, it's X would sail close to the American border and to be charged roaming charges. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things like Canada, the entire country, like all of Canada is right along the border. It happens. We know that it happens. So
nope,
Rogers,
Linda Mom.
Bell, TELUS, all those companies, they'll credit.
All right, should we go forward? Or is he going to say something totally brilliant right now?
Like if you do have accidental roaming, it's usually pretty easy to tell and credits will be applied. You do need to call in about it though.
Good stuff.
Like that's the only problem is you do need to actually contact somebody to get the credit for any accidental roaming. My plans for tomorrow? Yeah, nothing much. Hey, VK. Got those refunds yet? Like I said, I worked at Rogers. We did refunds, or they did refunds. So, because like I said, generally it's actually pretty easy to tell when it's accidental.
All right, you know what? We're going forward. He's going in circles. All right, Peace. You talked about roaming. We get it. It's easily reversed and it's accidental. Gotcha. What else?
Crazy bread was good back in the day.
Ooh, yes, crazy bread.
Then it went to therapy and now it's just bread.
Good times. Used to love crazy bread.
Pretty good. Used to drive up to the north of Ireland when the pound dropped. Euro was at an all-time high. Great days.
She might lose weight in a Kuwaiti prison. She could.
What's crazy bread? I have no idea, Ryan.
You don't know what crazy bread is? Come on. That's like wasn't that like Little Caesars, right? Yeah, crazy bread was
I don't
Little
actually even
Caesars.
know what crazy bread is.
So crazy bread was like cheese and garlic bread. Or was it just garlic bread and then you had the option of putting the cheese on and they were hot and ready and they called it crazy bread. So a lot of people when they used to get pizza, they'd also get the crazy bread, which is garlic bread with the cheese on. Survivor Kuwaiti edition. Ooh.
Foster family drive us over every month to buy shoes, laundry soap, and groceries. Yeah.
Yeah, shaky cheese. Yeah, it was shaky cheese. Yes, Little
Damn, no.
Caesars. They had like the $5 pizzas. I think it was like you could either get cheese or pepperoni for $5. I remember buying that back in the day
I like pork chops.
for somebody I worked with.
It was just me liking pork chops. Dude's not allowed to like fucking pork chops? Sounds crazy. It does, Harlan. Like the 90s, me and my
Wow,
boyfriend would drive out
Peetz.
just for crazy bread.
Please turn down the
Cross-border
volume.
shopping was big in the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
For sure, tea with Topanga. I checked. They still do have it.
Did they turn out nice? They turned out okay. Not the best pork chops I've ever had, but they were okay.
I guess so. If he says so. All right, let's go forward. Enough crazy bread
But
talk.
coffee?
What about
Like,
coffee? Wait a second here.
I'd say that like the best pizza places are sort of dives. Chain restaurants, yeah. What's Tim Hortons like? I mean, I find their donuts to be okay. A lot of people don't really like the coffee. Like a lot of people say that the Tim Hortons coffee is crap.
It's crap now. It was a lot better back in the day when it wasn't bought up by the U.S. company.
Target there instead of failed miserably. Yeah, Target clearly had no idea what it was doing when it came to Canada.
Jesus, why with the Target talk?
Sound like the
Okay,
Duncans.
they knew what they were doing. It just didn't work. Not every time that you start a business or you start to, open up your business into another country will it work. That doesn't mean you didn't have any idea what you were doing. That just means that, the competition was just a lot fiercer, or it could be, government stuff happening. Even little changes in a country's local regulations, provincial regulation, national regulation could actually shift the dynamic of your company and destroy it.
Duncan. Yeah, Tim Hortons is surprisingly divisive in Canada. Like I will say that it's surprisingly divisive.
Sure, Peetz.
I think what it is they are the big coffee chain in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, it's quick, cheap.
Thank you, Mary.
Coffee that you can pick up on your way to work. Go through the drive-thru on your way to work. Oh, it's absolutely a staple in Canada.
I don't know, Lindsay. I think he's just answering questions that he's answered before. Then he starts talking about the same thing. I can get talking about the same thing, but at least add some more to it. Like
It's
maybe Google something.
you get, Tim Hortons is everywhere in Canada. But I think a lot of it just comes down to it being. No, I've never watched Tusk. Just being there. It's one of those things where people get Tim Hortons just because it's there. Not even necessarily because they really like the coffee. It's just it's easy to pick up on your way to work. Just go through the drive-thru on your way to work. 24-hour coffee, yeah. Some of them anyway. Tim Horton was a hockey player.
Wee coffee? You think so? Tim Hortons coffee is water
Parking lot too. Yeah.
with food covering. Yeah, Tim Hortons used to be and still is a hangout spot for a lot of people, like of any age group actually, because there's seniors that hang out at Timmy's, people who are middle aged, people who are young adults, people who are teenagers. They'll pick a Timmy's and hang out with the cars in the parking lot.
Do you put maple syrup in your coffee? I don't think most people do. Has to be affordable. Yes, it is fairly affordable. Cheaper than Starbucks, I think. Yeah. Tim's used to be good. Absolutely everything on the menu is crap now. I think that's another thing is, like back in the day, Tim Hortons became big by being good. Like a lot of times I think is sort of what a big part of it. Tim Hortons used to be really good.
It used to be really good.
But I think they started making changes to their recipes.
It fell off.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of people today kind of hate them. A lot of people today, like a lot of people these days, you mention Tim Hortons and they'll just be like, "Oh, Tim's is crap."
Oh, Peach Cobbler says, I had to step away. Did he talk about getting down on a big girl yet? He did not. But I'm looking...
Gave up a lot of their donuts.
I'm looking forward to it. You like Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' Donuts is good.
I still generally like the donuts that I like from them. Yeah, the chocolate glaze, chocolate dip, and double chocolate donuts. I still generally like them. Timbits? Yeah, Timbits are still good. Timbits are still good. Everybody loves Timbits. There is that. There is also that. Like, nobody ever says no to Timbits. Timbits? They're donut holes, Berthiel. They're just donut holes.
Mm-hmm. I remember Tim Biebs. You gotta love your Tim Biebs. Baby, 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 oh. You hate Timbits? No, you did not.
Well, yeah, they're donut holes. They're just small little donut balls.
Uh-huh. No, it's all good. If you don't like your Timbits, you don't like your Timbits.
Hey, Lambo.
I still like Mr. Puffs. Was good. I really enjoyed Mr. Puffs.
So, and yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you're an answer doing a coffee run, you're like, hey, I'm going to go to Tim's. You'll get a bunch of people, you'll get a fair number of people who are like, oh, Tim's is crap. But like, hey, I'm going to do a coffee run. Anyone want some Timbits? Everyone's going to be like, yeah, sure. No one, like, even the people who hate Tim's coffee will eat the Timbits. Dairy Queen and Starbucks probably have winter holiday etc. flavors out.
Izzy S says in Australia we have Gloria Jean. They have good coffee and ice cakes, pastries. It's quite expensive. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this.
What do I care?
You're not into holes? Well, I am. I am into holes, Lindsay.
Get Timmy's for office parties, yeah.
Donut holes. Let me Google this Gloria Jean. Should I Google New South Wales?
I don't know if we have Krispy Kreme in Canada.
We do have Krispy Kreme in Canada. Gloria Jean's coffee. Gotcha.
I mean, they're cheap. They're simple. You can get a whole bunch of them for small price, and everybody gets to have a couple. Everyone in the meeting gets to have a couple of them.
Oh, really? It is
There's
in
always
New
going to be
South
a couple
Wales?
people who don't eat any, so a few people get to have more.
Uncheck. Speaking of which, remember all my stories about Krispy Kreme when they first came out back in like the early 2000s in Canada? There were 3 locations. The 2 locations I used to frequent was Scarborough and Mississauga. The Scarborough one is gone. It used to be by Scarborough Town Center, and there used to be a cop and a line no matter what time you were there. Like I used to go there after the movies and after hanging out with my girlfriend at the time, and we'd show up thinking there isn't going to be a line, and there would be a line of like 50 cars in front of us. It was incredible. And then the one in Mississauga, it's still there. I haven't been there in a while though. But the last time I was there, I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, Krispy
Hey,
Kreme,
little pause.
especially when it's fresh and it's I said the word fresh, yes. Especially when it's fresh and it's just off the rack. It's so good.
IKEA de meatball? Nah. Hey, Kira.
Hey Karina, what's up?
Members giveaway? Probably not.
Welcome to the chat. How you doing?
Okay, Krispy Kreme in Toronto? Maybe.
Well, look at that. Peetz is like members giveaway, probably not. Oh, come on, Peetz. Don't be so stingy.
Oh, hey, Steph. Sorry, Steph.
Speaking of members giveaway, I have a members giveaway going on for this channel, so check it out. The community tab. Win yourself a prize. You can choose earrings or a purse as usual. Win yourself something. All you got to do is just enter, follow the rules and whatnot.
Hey, Wade Bowen. Oh, hi, Baked Beans. There's Krispy Kreme Toronto. There. Oh, and in Montreal? Okay. Husband's Canadian. He knows us now. Yeah. I mean, we get NBC in Canada, Poppy. We do get NBC way up here.
Thanks, Life of Lindsay. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I mean, I've sort of watched Saturday Night Live back when I was a kid. The days of Myers and Carvey and Spade, Foley. Well, not Foley, Farley. Foley was Kids in the Hall. Farley, Hartman, Brock.
I see, easy.
CNN. Yeah, we get CNN up here.
Am I gonna put up a Christmas tree? Probably not, Harlow, because it's still unrealistic and still hurtful that my mom is no longer here. And she loved Christmas time, so probably maybe not this year, maybe next year. I don't know, but definitely not this year because I'm gonna be alone.
I think CNN is not terribly well respected in Canada.
Here we go again.
Like, I think Canadians have even less respect for CNN than Americans do.
With his
even
opinions.
the ones who make it their primary news source don't particularly respect it. Because it is kind of trashy. NPR. Yeah, I think we get NPR in Canada. SCTV, whoops, SNL. Oh, yeah.
I did not watch Shanana. No, I did not.
SCTV was so good.
Oh, thank you, Harlow. Thank you, Silent Lurky Kitty.
The trucker convoy. Ugh, fucking idiots. Why don't they respect CNN? Because it's really shallow. Focused almost entirely on horse race bullshit over, whether policies actually make fucking sense. There's no deep analysis of of actual policies. It's just
true, Jack T. Very true.
Will this play in Peoria?
Really, Peetz? Let's hear this again.
Whether policies actually make fucking sense. There's no deep analysis of of actual policies. It's just how will this play in Peoria? They really, really, really want to be. Yeah, they really want to push like a both sides thing. They try way too hard to be balanced. Like they try. Like,
isn't that a good thing though? If a company or a news outlet tries to be unbiased, balanced, as in give you both sides of a story. Daphne says he's so boring. It's sad that someone this lazy has that many subscribers off of knowing a mess. So many people put a lot of effort in. Yeah, there's a lot of channels out there. They make videos that could take them days, sometimes even weeks of research, and then you get like reviews. YouTube's like that, and it really sucks. I do believe he's double jointed. Whenever he bends and twists his hands, I can tell how they kind of go in. I'm gonna second this. He's double jointed.
Really fucking hard to be all. Hey, we're not drawing conclusions here. We're gonna give both sides a chance. We're gonna let both sides present their arguments, and we're not gonna. And it's like, fucking. Hey, Jesse. And it's like, one side will spout absolute fucking lies and policies that are designed to hurt people, and CNN's like, oh, we're not picking sides. So like they try way too hard to be balanced and pull both sides of them. And it's just all nonsense.
Sure. So says Peetz. Let's go forward.
I recall those days we had to wait 1 week for the next episode of the Athletic series we were watching at the time. Now people can binge watch all. Bali, Star Trek, still 1 episode a week. Is the llama still in the villa? Yes, I think it is. BBC used to be good. Yeah, I mean, I generally respect CBC. CBC is sort of Canada's main news channel.
Haley Marie, what's up?
That one is.
Daphne says he thinks he knows everything about another country's politics, no less, and yet can't change a battery in a smoke detector or meat thermometer. Yep.
Publicly funded.
You got that right.
Which I think. Respect for Star Trek. Yeah, obviously, the old Star Trek shows are all, bingeable. But yeah,
what's up, Dariel?
The current all the new Star Trek series, new episode each week. Obviously, you can wait for the season to end and then binge it all at once then. But CBC is 4th ranked news and ratings in Canada. CTV is Canada's highest rate. Okay.
See?
CTV is better.
He doesn't know shit.
CTV is private, though, isn't it? Like, it still relies on ads, right? One thing I like about CBC, because it doesn't rely on ad money. Yeah, I suppose it still doesn't really.
There's always new types of Star Trek, Lindsay. They've been churning. They're never going to stop with Star Trek. Star Trek is as big as Star Wars. They're never going to stop. There's just always going to be new Star Wars to watch. A spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. Or, learning about characters that have movies or series.
Call out corporations.
Those are things that are not going to stop. Star Trek and Star
Wars.
Yeah,
there is also CTV, of course.
Yeah, they're never going to stop.
Don't know much about Canada. I never hear about it here. Yeah. Canada is rarely in the news in other countries. Like, it's rare for Canada to actually be in the news in other countries. When it is, something's gone really fucking weird.
Yeah, like the Chinese leader versus our leader about recording conversations, was it, that happened like a week ago? It was like really world news.
You know? Like, for Canada to be in the news, it's like when we have a crack smoking mayor. That gets in the news. But CTV fired Lisa LaFlamme, yeah, which was bullshit. Canada's very neutral, a little similar to Austria. Hey, West Coast lass. So yeah, Rob Ford, the crack smoking mayor of Toronto. He was in the news a lot back in the day.
That was a long time ago, Pete's. Can you choose something else? Why does he
Makes
have to bring
international
up
news for
Rob
Trudeau wears
Ford?
one of his costumes again. But beyond that, we don't really make international news.
Robert D says, Monty, have you ever watched Naked and Afraid or seen anyone does reactions to it? I have watched Naked and Afraid. I've never seen a reaction though. But thank you so much, Robert D.
He sounds like he kind of was.
Please, why this?
He knocked over a city councilor. Just shoved over a city councilor, like a woman, like some lady.
You brought that up already, Peetz.
Some woman in the city council, like some older woman in the city council, just shoved her right over.
And that situation is rather nuanced. I remember I Googled it many months ago. And what happened was he was swiftly, you could say, jogging, running, whatever you want to call it. And the woman just stepped in his way, but he did catch her. I remember putting up the video clip because we're like, Pete's, why are you talking so ill about Foodie Beauty? And then boom, I put it out about knocking over the counselor, and it wasn't as big of a deal as he says. Did Pete's do anything interesting today? He made pork chops.
It was
Is that interesting?
so fucking weird. Went to Rob Fort Montford GTA. There probably was one back then. There probably was one. I have more than enough to eat at home.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that one.
I remember that.
Like, how was he real? Like how was that guy a fucking mayor?
Lee Murray asks, has Pete's told any secrets today? Nope. Well, unless you want to talk about his brother never having a driver's license.
How the hell did he get elected?
All over the place here.
Right,
Yeah, I have more
Tientapanga.
than enough to eat at home. There's like allegations of him cheating on his wife or something. I think there was like allegations of him cheating on his wife.
Mary Higgs asks, when was the last time he left the house? We have no idea. He's been ordering in his groceries and his food.
Like it's
What was that?
I know, Laura, but
That was me checking out Natter's stream. He started 18 minutes ago, and he has a Colombian friend eating dinner that will be doxed anytime now. So a lot of people are watching Natter at the moment. But yeah, China
let me refresh myself on the details of it.
has very kind people. So what happened with the Rob Ford thing was he was in front of his house and they accosted him. And I think there was something about an accusation that he wanted to eat somebody out. And then he said, like, no, I didn't. I got enough to eat at home. But he said it in such a deadpan manner and with much frustration at the tail end of it that it was freaking hilarious.
My computer's in airplane mode.
What about Nads? Nads has a Colombian friend eating food right now with him in the place where Didi typically eats. So they're gonna be doxxed at any moment. I mean, come on, look at the history of things. Now you know
How
who
the hell
Rob
that
Ford
make-
is? Yes, that Rob Ford. When is Natter's court?
Give me a second.
December the 7th.
Why am I called that when my name is James Baked Beans? Because Chantel gave me a nickname. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, he was the accusation. The accusation was that he told a female staffer he wanted to have oral sex with her. Like he was told, like there were allegations that he, basically sexually harassed a woman who worked for him by saying he wanted to go down on her. So I have more than enough to eat at home.
Yeah, and it was very deadpan. A lot of people thought it was hilarious.
Like an absolutely fucking incredible, like a fucking incredible thing to say. It was an incredible statement. I mean, it was a great line. Like credit to him.
True, Daphne. Peetz is good to put yourself to sleep at night. He is. Turn Peetz on. You'll have a good rest.
It was actually a good line.
Righty with
But
Topanga.
not the sort of
OMG.
thing that a politician is meant to say.
Right, J. Herod. Those were the times, the Rob Ford days.
Kitty?
I actually have a lot of positive feelings towards Rob Ford because he did a lot to the city and he didn't overcharge. Like, he didn't max out what he could charge the city for. So I really appreciated that he did that because the councillors do hold a lot of power. Plus, it's a very prestigious position. Even councillors and the mayor, where they hold an office, right, and they can get monies to, of course, pay for their employees within this office. And Rob Ford was doing a lot of things and was in charge in the city, so at least those extra monies would go elsewhere to places that are needed, like shelters and whatnot, food for the homeless.
I haven't had a chance in forever.
When they hold office, they shouldn't talk the way he did. Well, he had a lot going on. I think that was the day that the allegations were coming out about his drug use. Plus, remember, he passed away unfortunately due to cancer. So there's a lot of things were going on with him.
Hi, ugly. Hey there, ugly cat. How many days of groceries do you guys might have? Probably about another week. Would I? Yeah, probably.
Lee Marie says the last few weeks proved that Peetz would absolutely thrive aside off there and with a bit of help. Yeah, very true. Yeah, just a lot of chaos with him.
What? That'll be enough. Do I need a grocery order? Not yet.
For sure,
I
right
got
now.
like a week of groceries left. I got enough for a week or so. Meg, I have been with a gross person. My first girlfriend, actually.
Ooh.
It was gross.
Wait a second. Is this the story? I think this is the story. Let's listen. When is rent due? Tomorrow, the 1st.
My
Yeah.
favorite snack. I do like chocolate covered raisins. Help you make member badges and emojis. Yeah, I probably should one of these days. Everything that I've cooked so far. I'm not sure. Emojis ready to go. I haven't. I don't yet, Rebecca. I haven't started on that yet.
Is he set for December?
I will say it's not the only problem.
I have no idea, Jay Harrod, of how that has been set up. I'm not even sure if that's the thing that Chantel wanted him to do. Maybe talk to the management company about the rent. Because I do know that her last paycheck wasn't a lot of money. For
The
sure.
last girlfriend I had, I did actually try to go down on her, but she was kind of fat, and I've got kind of a big nose. So it genuinely hurt my nose to go down on her.
What?
Like it made my nose sore whenever I tried to go down on her. I mean, like that's it's not her fault or anything like that. It's
Huh?
it's just my nose was too big.
What? No, he didn't. That's the first time I've ever heard anything like that.
So yeah, it's just it's because it was being pushed into her body. Basically, like it was just because it's being shoved into her body, my nose was getting sort of pushed back, flattened. No, my roommate was not my first girlfriend. No, I had a girlfriend before her. I had a girlfriend after.
Okay. 6-beer penalty, TMI.
Wasn't really fupa. It was just I don't know. Rhinoplasty.
Right, Jack TMI. He doesn't know what he's doing then. I think he was pushing himself in too deep. Should have 69'd. Then he would be.
So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it wasn't going down a girl. It doesn't gross me out.
Right, Lindsay?
It's hard for me with my big nose. It's just it makes my nose sore.
Pete's nose is not even that big. What is he talking about? He doesn't have a big nose. Do you think he has a big nose? I don't think he has a big
Blondes,
nose.
darker women. I mean, I guess I generally lean towards darker hair color. Stick your tongue out more. My tongue isn't very long. I've got a short tongue. Racial preference? No.
Right, a fish.
Racial preference.
I think he just didn't know what he was doing. That's what that tells me. Peetz.
Respectably girthy. Nah, I've got a small tongue. And 2 minutes to lay down bed end.
Small tongue Peetz.
ADG.
Small tongue Peetz. Let me write that in my book. Doesn't know how to eat the cooch. Peetz's resume.
Jeez, Casey, just lay down and you won't stumble all over the place. If you just lay down, you won't stumble.
Right, Vanny Joe?
Oh, yeah.
I do see that Nader is live with his Colombian friend, allegedly, supposedly.
Absolutely, fingered her and everything.
Why is he
going to love this?
Exactly. I am gonna love this. Why is he so indifferent when he says stuff like that? Let's hear it again.
Fingered her and everything.
Okay, cool.
Monty is going to love this.
Right? He probably was
mercy.
just lazy.
Boom, boom, fresh. Yeah, I mean, she kept herself clean.
Ooh, he knows what pom pom means. The pom pom.
Where I found the G spot on them. Pretty sure. Yeah, with my fingers. Yeah.
I don't believe Peetz. I do not believe Peetz ever found the G spot.
How am I? I've been at protests these past few nights for China. Ooh, nice, DG.
How many minutes are left on the video? Literally 15 minutes. Shy of 2 seconds.
About the taint? I don't go with I don't go near the taint.
Well, technically, don't you go near the taint if you are going down on somebody? You are literally right next to the taint. And what's wrong with the taint? And why his eyes go back and forth like that?
Have I ever tried butt stuff?
Does he have a problem with the goosh?
As the giver, yes. Never the receiver. Never the catcher, but as the pitcher.
What?
What?
Wait a second. Let's go back. Taints need love,
Never
exactly.
tried butt stuff. As the giver, yes. Never the receiver. Never the catcher, but as the pitcher.
Why did he have to tell us this? Like, I would just say, like, yeah, I have. Do I really need to tell people I was never a catcher? Just saying.
What in the butt? How about those checks? What in the butt?
Clip that? I do. I wonder who he did butt stuff with. Do you think Chantal? Booty love. Oh, sure. Booty love. Booty love. Okay, I need to stop.
Except the peg. I don't know. Y'all talking sexuals in here? A little bit, Killface. Two in the taco, one in the guaco. Does Lisa LaFlamme like women? I have no idea.
I
I
love
don't
this
actually
the
know
most.
that much about LaFlamme.
Yes. Lisa LaFlamme is a Canadian staple.
Bye. You're down. Go do something else now that you're down. Don't look back up at me as though you want to be back up.
Right? Sex ed with
How were the pork
Peetz.
chops? They were okay. Crushing on someone? Nah, I don't really do crushes.
Right?
Have I done it to myself? Nah. X was horrible at it. Some men are clueless. Any kinks? Nah, I'm not really. I'm very vanilla, Rebecca. I am a very vanilla person.
Really? He's vanilla? I don't know about that. I think Peetz is probably
Okay.
like freaky.
Yeah.
He's so blase blah.
And Lisa LaFlamme in this chat. Hell yeah.
Right? Blase. Remember that? Blase.
Your boyfriend is. At it.
Peetz needs a snorkel? Yeah. Something like that. He's got to improve his skills.
Shibari is lovely. Doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Hey, Lily.
You see that? Look at this guy. He says he's not kinky, but he knows about shibari. If you don't know what shibari is, shibari is a Japanese word that broadly means binding or tying in most contexts. But in the BDSM world, it's used to describe a style of decorative role play. I'm sure he also knows what kimbaku is, because of course he would. He knows what he's up to. He's a freak. He's deadpan freaky. Yeah, Peetz is probably into all that freaky play.
So I want to get into Shibari.
Kingster Peetz probably has a FetLife account. Should be moist pony meat.
What? You had treats already.
I'm gonna Google moist pony meat, and if Peetz comes up, moist pony
You had
meat.
your treats. Play a game called RuneScape. I never played RuneScape.
He's low effort, sure.
Give more treats? No. She had her treats. I'll give her more later. I will give her more later.
Peetz has been there, done that. Been there, done a lot of that.
But no, she doesn't get more treats right now. Now does she? Bratty. She's bratty is how she is.
If anything, Peetz is a sub.
Give her extra pets and treats.
Yeah, Peetz is probably one of those things.
She'll get more treats later.
Maybe he's Gorian. Maybe he's a Kajira. Who knows?
I want to curl my hair. How many members do I have now? 370 something, I think. The Star Trek fanfic. No, I've never really read much fanfic, to be honest.
Bullshit. I don't believe that, Peetz. I think you're a fanfic reader. If you're gonna write your own fanfic, typically you'd be reading others before you do attempt it yourself. Just saying.
340 members. So I've got 340 members.
I can't get over moist pony meat.
6 cancellations. I've had
Boo.
6 people cancel their memberships.
Boo.
Fruit flies not all died? No, they haven't, unfortunately. There's always some. There's always 1 or 2.
Then do something,
What are
Peetz.
some gifted memberships? A lot of them are gifted, yeah. Fair number of them are gifted.
Yeesh, can you imagine having fruit flies for how long? Ever since 2021 in October, the fruit flies were around. They started when they had the pumpkins and they carved the pumpkins, and then the fruit flies started to gather.
Money fee up to $20. Yes, YouTube takes 30%. Why cancel $2? Yeah, it's I don't know. People deciding they just don't want to actually be members. Yeah, YouTube takes 30% of everything. So 30% of memberships, 30% of super chats. Get a twerk for 340? No. That's why you need a PO box. Lame. Membership under wish list for Santa. Amazon wish list. I don't like Amazon.
Right, Lynn? You see, he could get it easily a wish list on Amazon, but he just doesn't like Amazon. Yeah, the kinky talk, then the bots come in. Look at that. Right away.
With 10 stuff. Adam and Eve wish list. Yeah, like I've sucks. I've got my it's not because like I've got my Barnes and Noble wish list, but people can't see it.
Really? Rightly, Marie? Never thought the day Peetz would surprise you, but here it is. This is the day.
Oh yeah, rude. Barnes and Noble. Yeah, it's like people can't see my Barnes and Noble wish list. For some fucking reason, Barnes and Noble changed the setup so that those wish lists, I guess, just aren't fucking visible anymore.
Try Amazon.
I do also have Book Depository. Jim Taylor? It makes no difference. They can't see it. Chapters list. I might do that. I might see if I can do that one. Why the American company wanted Indigo? Yeah, I might see if I might do chapters instead. I might make one for chapters and see if that one works better.
Probably was the moist talk.
Do Barnes and Noble sell Disney books? They do.
We need to see Peetz's Barnes and Noble wish list. We do. Next Peetz stream, we're gonna check that out. Remember when we checked out DLF's wish list?
They sell Disney stuff. They sell Disney books, yes.
Book suppository.
I removed all the Disney books from my wish list. Send Disney merch. I mean, I'd prefer not. Indie food to try on camera. No, I'm very, 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 very picky, Megs. What genres do I like to read? I really like fantasy. I do really like history books.
Were his pork chops cooked properly? To some people, yes. To others, no. They were super moist on top.
Kind of like sci-fi. Susan69, welcome. What Disney do? I mean, they're just general evil, Rebecca or Rachel. They're just generally evil.
You remember the DLF wish list, right? DLF had some interesting things on his wish list. Interesting.
Like just general Sprite and candy bars.
I wonder if DLF is still trying to get rid of me by way of Lady Boys. Hopefully not.
Laura? Yeah, I will still pass on that, Laura. War-related ones. War doesn't really... I don't really care that much about war. I just like ancient history.
DLF was streaming a game today. Cool. Monty, I'm going to make you a Chantel and Peace doll. Sure, why not?
In Orlando, I couldn't work at Disney. I have a visible tattoo. CPAP. I'm pretty sure Chantal took the CPAP with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't want to use her CPAP anyway.
Well, would you?
Amazon? No, I don't like Amazon. Fuck Amazon. Sephora.
Ooh, eggnog. I just remembered. I gotta find eggnog. I haven't had eggnog in years. All right, Chantel and Peace doll for Christmas.
Pizzagate? No. DH? No. Must be hard to transport. No, I mean, it's not that big. It's not that big a thing. Really good movies are coming out. An old video. Megs, I'm pretty sure I haven't lost any weight.
Wow, I didn't even know about faafafine. Okay. Oh, well, I learned something new. So faafafine are people who identify themselves as having a third gender or non-binary role in Samoa, American Samoa, and the Samoan diaspora. Okay. I learned something.
Like, I'm still 200 pounds.
Leave Amazon alone. I think he should learn to understand that it lives in a capitalist society.
Has to take a room. Yep. Yeah, I mean, the hose, is a hose. That's...
And if he wants to act a certain way, such as, want to boycott Amazon, then he can walk himself to certain areas. There is a fruit farm close by his house. Maybe it might be a half an hour walk, maybe a little bit more. But if he really wants to take this route about sticking it to the man and big corporations, then he should just go all in, rather than picking and choosing which corporations he boycotts versus which ones he's servient to.
Thoroughly. You can see it? Because whenever people click, like, it used to be people would click on it and they would say that it's not showing up. Laura, do you have a Barnes & Noble account? I've not watched Wednesday now. Yeah, Laura, do you have an account of your own?
We are not frozen, Janine. We are not frozen. Yeah, exactly, Lynn Smith. Only when it suits him.
On Barnes & Noble? Okay. That's what I figured, yeah. And I find that stupid. I find it stupid that people need to create an account in order to actually view wish lists.
Nice.
On Goodreads, I have an account, but I don't go on Goodreads anymore.
Congrats, Beaker. Your daughter just got hired by Amazon this week. Her first job, huge building in Barhaven. I pass by that all the time whenever I'm going home. I know exactly which building you're talking about. I remember when they were building it, in fact. It's pretty new, right? It's right by the highway. Is that the one?
Like, I have an account from years ago, but I don't use it anymore. Don't have time to read. Yeah.
Daphne says Peetz is an armchair social justice warrior. He is.
I've been there.
He totally is. Okay, so it is the one. But yeah, by the 416. Well, congrats to her.
Pennington's wish list.
That's awesome.
ADHD, so reading makes me bored unless it's research. I read medical journal stuff. Ugh. Get worn out? Yeah, I think I'm a bit tired. I'm getting a bit tired.
Oh, and he's going to wrap it up. All right, everybody, smash that like button for me.
Not using your Barnes & Noble wish list to have thousands of dollars of calico figures.
Hey, Meadowcat.
Can't walk to the library. I mean, walking to the library, I think would be a bit. I think it might be a bit far to walk to it. Beyond that, I do like owning books. Thoughts on Hunter Biden? I don't give a shit about Hunter Biden, one way or the other. Fuck him.
Exactly, Jay Herod. Amazon has been a very big convenience for me because when I need things and I don't want to go out and leave my house, because that takes time as well as, you got to drive, it takes time and money, I get free deliveries.
But anyway, yeah. So I am ready to call it a night.
If you like 90 Day Fiance,
transportation.
if you like 90 Day Fiance, then please, 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 by all means, check out my channel where I talk 90 Day.
Jeff Sam Casey to a sled. This weather? I mean, it's just. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's dark.
You're welcome, Medacat. Thank for watching the replay. I really appreciate it. You haven't?
Of course, she hasn't yelled at me for my channel doing well.
Yeah, she kind of did. She kind of did yell at you, Pete. She made a very, what would be considered a snarky comment towards you. You haven't watched the Single Life Tell-All? Well, the next one's going to be coming up in a few days. It's going to be a 3-part. I've done a few videos on the Tell-All. Take care, Lee Marie.
Anyway.
Thank you, Harlow. I appreciate you.
I'm leaving. I'm calling it a night. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I may or may not come live tomorrow. I'll have a Mass Effect video up tomorrow regardless. I may or may not come live as well.
Okay. Well, if he doesn't come live...
Either way, I'll be back Friday. So
I'll be live because then I'll probably do like a cooking video.
Good night.
Facts, Meadowcat. Thank you, Jack T, for watching. Thank you, Lynn Smith. Thank you, everybody else. Harlow, Lee Marie, Edna, Mary, and so many other people that support me by watching this. I really appreciate you. Have a good night. If it's nighttime, if it's evening, have a good evening. If it's morning, have a good morning. But thank you so much, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye-bye.